Yeah, against this right back, Charlie.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. Time 3 intro business. Smash the like button. Pick up you lot on YouTube and Twitch. Get set. Get ready for an entertaining watch along. Or let me shut up.
You always use that active and defending. I think it's like. You always use that active and defending. I think it's like.
People deluded, I'm back again.
Come on, Ian. Come on. Thank you very much for that, Ian Wright. Your boy can take it from here. People deluded, I'm back again. Champions League businesses. RB Leipzig up against Real Madrid in the first bits and pieces of the knockout stages in the Champions League. I'm not going to lie, if you was hoping for a Copenhagen or Man City watch along, forgive me. I just felt this, well, Real Madrid's team is quality, but considering their injuries and considering the fact that Leipzig are, in my opinion, more likely to provide a competitive opposition for Real Madrid, I thought I'd pick this game for you lot. Now that I've said that, Copenhagen probably provide a shocker where that game is concerned. As usual, your support is always appreciated. And to you lot on Twitch and YouTube in particular, man, you know, in our route to 70k, make sure you're hitting the like button, subscribing and doing all that stuff for the algorithm. You lot have come very heavy, and supported the content in the last couple of days, man. The AFCON semi-finals, the watch-along for AFCON, the West Ham Arsenal game. There's definitely a couple of other fixtures I'm not alluding to. So thank you to you lot on YouTube. Twitch gang, the same goes for you. I never thought hearing someone say DG over and over again would be cold. Camster, appreciate you. Clement, you are correct. And big up the channel members. You know, it is Copenhagen against Man City. Big up M as well. You just say DG. I can't lie. When I'm playing Sunday League and the supporters of our teams start charting that, it hit different, man. Word to FPG, mate. K, appreciate you. We've got our predictions in from some of you. Predictions, talking points, questions, all that good stuff. Get them in, folks. And don't forget, tomorrow we're obviously watching PSG against Real Sociedad. Clement's going with Real Madrid 3, obviously Leipzig 1. For me, with 7 minutes left to go, I'm going to go 2-1 Real Madrid. I don't think Madrid are going to start well. I think Leipzig will come out of the blocks firing. They'll look all right. They might even threaten. They may even take the lead. Then I think Real Madrid will do Real Madrid things. Where the Champions League is concerned, if there's one club that comes to mind, it is Real Madrid. You've seen them win it numerous times. In my opinion, they've got the best youth project in football. Now, it's a bit different because they have got the right amount of experience and their players are so good you forget their ages. Historically, Tchouaméni, Valverde, and I say young subjectively, Arda Valverde, Camavinga, Bellingham, you know, the list goes on really and truly. You know, they're going to get Mbappe soon, allegedly, Endrick to come on the scene, Rodrigo is there. And on top of that, obviously, you know, Courtois is a long-term absentee. Kepa's clearly not been doing the business. Tchouaméni finds himself playing centre-back because Rudiger's out, and I'm sure Alaba's got a serious injury. So it'll be interesting. It feels weird having a Real Madrid lineup with no Luka Modric, which has been, definitely where the starting 11 is concerned this season. He has been on the bench a lot. And while Luka Modric is Luka Modric, time catches up with everyone. Big up A10 Malik, not against this right back, Charlie. If you know, you know. Shout yourself, Oliver, especially because you're in Australia. And again, I speak about support. Big up you, man, because you're part of the furniture here, people. Again, it's a pleasure to see a lot of you week in, week out. What's that? Okay, Fabrizio Romano talking about something unrealistic. You know, Fabrizio Romano is the only man whose notifications I have on social media, man, and that guy does not sleep. What is the other game tomorrow? Well, we're watching Real Madrid, Real Sociedad, apologies, Paris Saint-Germain. Give me a sec, I'll get it, man. No, don't help me. Champions League. You've got, obviously, You've got City, Copenhagen, Leipzig, Real Madrid. Oh, for £1 million. For £1 million. Fuck. Bayern Munich? I can't lie. I don't know, man. I don't know. Let me give up. Let me actually look. Bayern Munich, Lazio, I was 50. Well, that wouldn't get the answer, but I was 50%, man. Do you know what was making me nervous? I was thinking, well, some teams are playing this week, other teams, be playing next week. Who have Bayern Munich got? And I wouldn't have got Lazio, man. Bayern Munich's kind of simple. And to be fair, we should really be watching Bayern Munich. If they carry that form that saw them get battered quite simply against Leverkusen, big up you lot, because that's another watch along you lot were part of. It could be interesting. So, yes, Lazio Bayern tomorrow, furniture. DG, where is Miss Deluded? Oh, man. Throw me off. Alexa, play sad music. Not here, isn't it? I fumbled a few good ones in my time. Some man only get one good girl. I got two at one point throughout my life and fumbled both of them. Damn. Now all the memories just playing through my head, man. And probably someone getting a back blown out. Really, the game is cold, isn't it? Damn. That's thrown me off, man. That's thrown me off. That has thrown me off, man. All men bleed. That's the anthem for 2024. Andrew Tate settings, man, with some of it. Oh, man. Chance to the game. The game's the game. The show must go on. Time waits for no one. No, we can do that, man. We can do that. Big up Roberto, Swiss Army. Bro, this Munich team looks mediocre. You say that, but that's only because of Real Madrid standards, broski. Smash the like button if you're on YouTube. I mean, and I disagree, but I mean, it's mediocre by their own standards. But all of these players, well, the majority have been there, done it, wore the t-shirt. Diaz has actually made the difference on occasion for Real Madrid. But you've got Vinicius, you've got Rodrigo, you're calling on Camavinga, you've got Valverde, you've got Toni Kroos. How is that mediocre by any stretch of the imagination? Leipzig starting 11 is decent as well. I don't really rate Hendricks, but he's okay. Simican, Klosterman, they were two players linked with Arsenal. Orban, I think he's got a mistake in him. Danny Almo's a player that a lot of teams have been looking at, and allegedly Sesko and Openda are two strikers highly sought after in Europe. Xavi Simons is the poster boy. Arsenal fans, we've seen him up close and whatnot, man. So, yeah, man. Man playing violins. All men bleed, bro. All men bleed. It's minor. If I want to talk about that stuff, we can talk about that stuff. It's minor. When Wenger sold Nicolas Anelka, did he cry? Thierry Henry landed. You know? I'm still the babyface killer, the chocolate darling, the most sexy Arsenal content creator in the game. Matter of fact, full time, you know. Definitely top 5 sexiest black man in London. Pause, you know, Skepta, AJ, them kind of brought Idris Elba. You lot are allegedly, Damson Idris, you lot allegedly in the bracket. I'm saying I'm top 5. I'm saying I'm not third or fourth. I'm being humble other than that. You know, the haircut's expiring, but it's soon back. Listen, don't, you want to do this? Let's do this. He got turfed, though. He got turfed. I never got turfed. Like, I had storylines and stuff, man. Yeah, I'm looking at it by Madrid standards still. Gaza forever. Exactly. Tell him again, man. Simmons, Simican, and Almo are all linked with Arsenal at some point. Exactly, and I'm having all of them. I'm having Danny Almo because he can play as an 8, 10 and out wide. He's Spanish and that. Xavi Simons, very exciting. You know, for him, you're at Leipzig, you're playing Champions League football, but I just can't for the life of me understand why he's not at Paris Saint-Germain. We saw what Openda did for Lens, and he's actually done well at Leipzig, and I'm a big fan of Sesko, even though I think he's still developing, and he's extremely hot and cold in that regard. But if you can score today, the propaganda goes up, man. So, yeah, big up you lot, man. Kickoff is imminent. I think Leipzig have actually won the kickoff, so they'll kick off proceedings today. And this is where, simply put, folks, the Champions League gets serious. There's no margin for error. I mean, personally, if I was Leipzig, easier said than done against Madrid, but you want to get a good result here and take it to the Bernabeu. The Bernabeu in the second leg's a killer, man. And Real Madrid's a dodgy team. How many times have we seen them win this whole competition? But for all of their quality, there's been times they flirted with defeat against Chelsea, against PSG. I'm sure they actually played City as well in that year. I could be lying to you, and I could be wrong. But they made the difference. Obviously, there's not Benzema and these kind of guys, but Real Madrid are what every team would want to do in the Champions League, really. And it started with Leipzig, obviously. Leipzig are trying to advance. They've been disarmed. There's Camavinga. Real Madrid will get there for Lunin. Will get his chance to knock it about for his team. Carvajal, they're going to need his experience. Valverde, was poor from him. I think it's ricocheted all the way out for a Real Madrid goal kick, however, man. He's calm, though. Only your content can make me not watch the English team's game. Reese, appreciate you. Again, we spoke on furniture. You're here, man. Pardon me. Ex probably went to a faithful Nigerian, man. Big up, Nigeria. The game's the game. It's irrelevant, man. Like, man, start hitting guys down, but they're done. Don't worry, DJ. It happens to the best of us. It's minor, man. Did Wenger cry when Anelka left? Thierry Henry landed. All my days, I'm quoting this. Yeah, bro. It is what it is, man. It is what it is. And that's why I tweeted. I look back to when, even when I done the videos, when life was crap, I used to sit in Tottenham Marshes and everything was going wrong, broke, all these things. Would I go through that again or heartbreak? And that would, don't get twisted, that was a crazy journey, but I will pick that. Man, them can't always come back from heartbreak. You know, it's crazy out on the roads, man. But and there's an in-swinging corner for Leipzig. Can they flip this tie early doors on its head? And they're going to need to give their fans something to really get behind. It's an in-swinging corner. It's a decent knock. I think Lulin's got something. It's fallen on the edge of the area. It's been shanked. Sesko's put it in the back of the net. Surely that's offside. It clearly is offside. And Sesko's headed it, but he's clearly offside. The lack of protest from the Leipzig man tells you everything. You never know with UEFA. You really never know with UEFA. It depends how they draw the lines. You never know with VAR either. Miles offside. Oh, could he bust case? Oh, in real time, that looked like it was off. He might be on, you know. Lunin swiped at it. I can't lie. I think there's a decision to make. I thought it was offside first time around, but the angles are angling. So she said, I think that's a goal, you know. When I saw it second time, I mean, Real Madrid, people are going to pay the money. Okay, the goal check over. But this is what I mean by these images. They're just tricking me. To be fair, the linesman got that right. Real Madrid blushes are spared. To be fair to Leipzig, they're being very aggressive. They're not trying to let Real Madrid play football. And it's wave after wave of attack. Sesko can't control it there. It's actually fallen. Oh, they could be in here again. Oh, Sesko. Brother, I've been talking about you in videos. You're playing Real Madrid. Goals change games at any moment. You've got to do something. Can't lie. Leipzig are looking like they're on this. I mean, Real Madrid knew they were going to come here and there was going to be a stage where Leipzig would make it difficult for them. But they've had 2 half chances and they were very aggressive with their press. Real Madrid have done very well to progress it from back to front here. And it was on the left-hand side. Now it's here with Toni Kroos, who fed Rodrigo. He just about got there. I can't lie. Leipzig are snapping at the heels, boy. They're on this. They're proper on this. This could be a decent watch for us, people. Big up my guy as well. Again, furniture. How are Arsenal the third favourites to win the Champions League after being out for 7 years? I don't know that. I know, regardless, but to be fair, Bayern Munich's form is shaky. But there's Bayern Munich, there's Paris Saint-Germain, there's Real Madrid, there's City, who won the treble last year. I don't know about any of them favourite things there. Moving very mad so far. But how many times have we seen a team come out, be aggressive, look like they're on stuff, take it from an Arsenal fan? And then, you know, by minute 90, it's a completely different narrative. But you would imagine to a degree, it's almost a free hit for Leipzig. If you go, there's no shame in losing to Real Madrid. There's no shame in going out. Nobody, in my honest opinion, respectfully to Leipzig, expect them to win it. And these are the games you want to play in when you're growing up or you qualify for the Champions League. And they're doing quite well here. Again, Hendricks has started very well. So poor pass curse to the commentator out to the left back there, man. But a confident start from Leipzig. The Copenhagen City game ain't like this. I bet it is. You lot that are watching on 2 screens and paying attention to both the games, let me know what's going on over there. Boy. Simikan, who was linked with Arsenal, I signed him in Football Manager and he's quite decent. But Real Madrid are Real Madrid. We can't draw conclusions on 4 opening minutes, folks. Very dangerous to do that. But it's been a good start from Leipzig. They've been knocking it about. They've been aggressive. Their shape's been good. They've tried to win it high up the pitch. They've shown they can put together their own very attacking moves. It's all been them within 5 minutes. But again, that means nothing. Orban, who I think's got a mistake in. It'd be interesting to see what this game looks like when people are tired. Xavi Simons, you're under the bright Champions League nights now, son. And that weren't the best of passes. Tchouameni, who was playing centre-back today, has done very well to shepherd that out for a goal kick for his team. Again, the angles are deceiving. Yeah, I mean, he is offside. Rodrigo stepped up. But that shows you why showing still images to the fans after the first things happen in real time isn't exactly helpful. Leipzig's goalie, Golaski, in possession. Xavi Simons goes back home to Orban. Not going to lie, this Orban guy has a mistake in him. And to be fair, the keeper as well. So far, so good. Rodrigo looks to lead the press for Real Madrid. Leipzig looking like they're still going to be brave and play out from the back. There's a difference between bravery and stupidity. They've done well here. Curse to the commentator. Real Madrid have won it back high. And Leipzig have actually shanked that clearance. Orban's headed it, but it's fallen to that magician, Tony Kroos, who's giving it away. Oh, Valverde's been caught there. Pardon me, blush is spared. But imagine Valverde didn't get fouled. You could see about 4 white shirts about to attack the attacking areas. Xavi Simons, we're watching you today, you know. It's all fun and games doing elasticals in Bundesliga. This is against big bad Real Madrid. Speaking of Real Madrid, Vinicius Jr. to Diaz. Diaz, poor from Diaz. You know, Diaz, you're a squad player. You're not going to get too many minutes. You've got to do better. Diaz, Rodrigo, who I'm still angry at after Brazil's exit from the World Cup. You've got a lot to prove to me. Rodrigo, Diaz, Rodrigo. What can he do here? Just pass 1, pass 2. He does have a shot. It has deflected slightly off a Leipzig man. And into the arms of the keeper, man. Shout out my guy, Graham. Evening, DG. Think this will be an entertaining tie. I think RB Leipzig are a good team, but Madrid will be too strong over 2 legs. I think the damage will be done in the second leg. I think, you know, the unlikely is Leipzig score a few goals. I think you've got to do it correctly, but I think you've got to win this tie by about 2 goals. And even that's not safe. Nacho is a good player, and so is Tchouaméni, but that's anything but a first choice centre-back pivot of Real Madrid. You've got to try and exploit any chinks in that armour. Leipzig have won it back. Just as I've said that, they've given it away. And to be honest with you, after explosive first 5 minutes, it does look like Leipzig are giving the ball away cheaply and Real Madrid are waking up. Rodrigo, that delivery has to be better. The only thing worse with then Rodrigo's attempted ball into the box to set up a teammate was Klostermann's clearance. Unnecessary corner. I'm unaware how long Jude Bellingham is actually out for, but that's the good thing with Google. Let's type in Jude Bellingham. Corner kick to Real Madrid, by the way, folks. Where's that? Well, where's it gone? I clicked onto an article on BBC. Apparently, he's got a sprain. Let's see, man. I'm going down a rabbit hole. Ball into the box by Real Madrid. It's headed off. I'm not going to quite say off the line by Simican, but it's not the best of deliveries. Oh, a better effort there from Camavinga. It's 1-0. Given an update, Real Madrid said, after tests carried out today by Real Madrid's medical services, our player Jude Bellingham has been diagnosed with a high-grade sprain in his left ankle. Apparently, it's been reported that he is facing around 3 weeks out with injury. So there you kind of have it. And that means he could potentially miss La Liga clashes. Obviously, he's missing the Champions League right now against Leipzig, but he could miss a clash against Rayo Vallecano, Sevilla, and Valencia, people. What a player Jude Bellingham is. Saka or Rodrigo, who would you take? Rodrigo's my guy, but, you know, Saka plays for Arsenal, so Bukayo, but Rodrigo could more than welcome at Arsenal. I think he says his best position is 10. Could Odegaard go into the 8? Xavi Simons does quite well, really. Simican, good ball. Come on. Hey, Sesko, show me something. Sesko! Oh, into the feet of Lunin. You have to wonder how many half chances are Leipzig going to get before Real Madrid apply that fatal blow. Good build-up play. I must admit, I do like Leipzig's attacking play early doors, man. They look confident. But how would they react when they go a goal down? What would this game look like when both teams are tired and there's a lot of space? And Real Madrid, obviously, they want to win and put in a performance today, but you'd imagine there's that luxury of where you've got to come to the Bernabeu in the second leg. Vinicius Jr., outside the foot, attempted pass forward for Diaz, hasn't happened. If I'm judging Real Madrid by their standards, need to see more sustained possession, need to see better technical quality, need to get Vinicius into the game, really, and get him on song. You know what time it is with him. Seen Xavi Simons a lot more. Xavi Simons has found Simican. Simican's gone home to his teammate, Klostermann. See with Orban. Gives it back to his centre-half colleague. What's it with these German teams and these back threes? Sesko missed a clear-cut chance. He should score. He should have bagged. I mean, clear-cut's harsh, but he should have done better. I do think he should have scored. He should have done better. I like Simican. He's very raw, though, man. He's very raw. And right now, he's in a quote-unquote two-man partnership of sorts. Openda's kind of been given a license to roam, primarily off this left-hand side. where Sesko's looking to make the runs in behind. And it's all been Leipzig. That's our ball. That's where it should have went to Sesko, but it's gone to Xavi Simons, who puts his hand up in appreciation for his teammates' attempted pass. Chouameni, what a player. Hey, man, you're French. Come to Arsenal, man. Mbappe, come and sign for Arsenal. Thierry Henry regen. Anyone could do it at Real Madrid. I know this is a Champions League watch-along. Hey, everything's welcome, Maverick, man. I know this is a Champions League watch-along, unrelated to Arsenal, but question, do you think that we've started slow this season, so during the second half of the season we don't get burnt out? Nah, man. I disagree with that rhetoric that's been, I'm not saying you're saying it, but that was something that's been around for a few months. I don't think Mikel Arteta and the players are going into games and like, oh, you know what? Let's take it easy because second half of the season, I think you've got to deal with what's in front of you. Big up Marcel, who has been found after not even last Sunday, that was Hammers. The Sunday before. Big up yourself, Marcel. He has said Manchester City have scored Kevin De Bruyne. That's exactly why we're not watching that, man. Like, there's no excitement there. Tony Kroos attempts to switch play. He's found Mendy, who there's rumours Real Madrid are looking for a left back. Vinicius Jr.'s gone back home to the French fullback. Nacho. Yep, it's been confirmed on TNT Sport. In the 11th minute, Kevin De Bruyne has bagged against Copenhagen. Man City 1, Copenhagen 0-0 here. But sustained possession from Real Madrid. Camavinga, Mendy. I see 3 settings now. Vinicius Jr. up against Simikan. This is what we want to see. Who will win this? Vinicius Jr. skips past Simikan, but a teammate helps him. Unfortunately for Leipzig, though, it is a throw-in deep in their half. So, yeah, man, this should be a decent watch. We just need a goal, and I think it explodes. Mendy. Diaz goes back to Mendy. Camavinga finds Valverde. Valverde. Is it fair to say Valverde might be the most underrated centre mid they have? Probably Chouameni now, if I imagine. Rodrigo. Valverde. Carvajal. Oh, if that got to Rodrigo, they'd in problems. Sesko finds Openda. I mean, there's 3 Leipzig shirts and about 6 black Real Madrid shirts. Openda's done well, though. He's fancying this, innit? He's still got possession. And he looks to go down the right-hand side. Forgot to bring the ball with him and has actually fallen on the floor. Camavinga and Tony Kroos will say thank you for that. Valverde in possession. Big up yourself, John. And big up the Twitchers. Your support is more than welcome. Valverde. What's going on here? What's YouTube saying? Don't forget, YouTube ones, make sure we're hitting the like button. God bless you all who have done that already. Don't forget, tomorrow is PSG Leipzig, which, if I'm honest, will be even more exciting, in my opinion, than what we're watching currently. Simikan, 13 minutes in, it's still 0-0. I'm sure a lot of people actually hoping that, you know, Leipzig pull off a shock and win by a couple of goals. Real Madrid going out of this tournament's good news for everybody who's still in it. Well, what other English teams are in it? I know Arsenal in it. I swear 4 English teams qualified. I know City made the knockout stages. I think Arsenal did. What happened to United? What happened to Newcastle? Fair enough. Next season. Leipzig still in possession. Hendricks. I must admit, this is the most comfortable I've seen this Hendricks guy play in a while, really. The whole of Leipzig look good. They're giving a good account of themselves so far, Leipzig, but football's a 90-minute game. And this is good build-up play by Leipzig. Bandulu skills from Dani Olmo up against Camavinga, and he's earned a corner for his troubles. Just Spanish skills. I don't even know what Dani Olmo was doing there. But it worked. To be fair, looking at that replay, that might even be a goal kick. I can't lie. I think if Real play too expansive, RB Leipzig could hit them with the pace of Openda in the transitions. It looks like such. But then it's a case of managing the game. And you look at Real Madrid, sometimes, obviously, when you say they look second best, they look the weaker of the sides. The other team is starting faster. Real Madrid are more experienced. They know they're going to come to this ground. It's Real Madrid. Everybody's up for it. It's Champions League. They know they're going to have to withstand some pressure and just play their game. Games like this in the Champions League, in my opinion, are 9-10-minute games, if that makes sense. Xavi Simons, Hendricks, fullback union, straight into the hands of Lunin. Another shot from Leipzig, but if it don't pay off, it don't pay off. What happened to Liverpool? Ask Martinelli, man. Ask Martinelli. I don't know. They came to the Emirates and they got popped. Same way we did it to City. Same way we went over there and did it to the Hammers. Big up City and Liverpool, though, and I've got nothing but respect for West Ham, but I can't believe, not the club and not all fans, but some of your fans tried to dare force this rivalry thing with Arsenal. I like West Ham. You don't normally on turning up against Spurs and you hate them, but don't step out of line, please. Because you won a little League Cup game. You beat us last season in the thingy. Allow it, man. And to be honest, we should have won at the Emirates, but I know the fact that they beat us 3 games in a row. I know it. Whatever positive feelings they felt in those moments and banter they ran, I know nothing can replace what happened to them on Sunday. It's cool though, man. You lot play your position. Big up Moise. And to be honest, West Ham are in trouble, really. You know, the last time they won a Premier League game is when they beat Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. And to be honest, last season, big up them for winning the Conference League and Declan Rice and that. But that papered over several cracks because they really flirted with relegation. Bit like Ten Hag, you could argue winning the trophy saved his job at a point. Nacho's in possession here. Backs himself in possession as well. He's actually the captain today. Mendy, Tony Kroos, Camavinga. So, I mean, we can't draw too many conclusions, but is it fair to say, to be devil's advocate, Luka Modric, apologies, departs Real Madrid this season? Well, at the end of this season, maybe Tony Kroos stays for one more year. Diaz, he probably wouldn't be starting if Jude Bellingham was fit. Carvajal, Valverde, Rodrigo, back to Valverde, South American link-up. Carvajal's giving it away. Sesko's killed Xavi Simons there. That's not a foul, ref. There's no way Xavi Simons been given a foul there. Win a small conference league and all of a sudden they're massive. Well, we're older than the trophy, mate. I can't lie. Almost brought me to tears when Henry left. You're a better man than me because I bawled my eyes out. I always give the same example. I remember walking home after playing football. My neighbor, he's a football fan, had the newspaper. Could see Thierry Henry in the Barca presentation. I think I had a great nap as well. You know, you cry so hard as a little kid, you get a headache and that. Henry, you broke my heart, man. Like, had a little tear when Wenger left. They're the only two. Well, no. Birmingham final. Thierry Henry leaving. There's probably more. Thierry Henry leaving. Birmingham final. Arsene Wenger stepping down. Had a little fug to. Well, no, Henry weren't fug tears. I was bawling my eyes out. Wenger was. And to be fair, when Saka, Rashford, and when I came off stream, when Saka, Rashford, and Sancho missed those penalties, just because, not even the fact that they missed the pens, it is a bit of that, but we just knew what was going to follow for those 3 players in particular. How do you think Arsenal would do against this Real Madrid team? I'm not going to lie, we're getting smoked. We're getting smoked across 2 legs. Declan Rice is celebrating Valentine's Day with Arsenal West Ham fans heartbroken. Well, to be honest, the way we fucked West Ham on Sunday, that football team's probably going to be pregnant 9 months from now, isn't it? Really? Tony Kroos, away from the bat. It's all love West Ham fans. Mendy, Camavinga, evade Sesko. I mean, Sesko's so raw, but there's a lot to like him. For me, the Champions League final had me finished. I didn't cry tears. I was admirable for my team because of the whole route, the run there, if I'm honest with you. I felt like crying because we were a couple of moments from winning that. We took the lead. It weren't meant to end that way, man. It was a beautiful story. Like, one of the best moments I felt as an Arsenal fan is when we beat Real Madrid at the Bernabeu of Henry and that. Vinicius Jr. down this left-hand side for Real Madrid. That's a decent ball. Camavinga has his hands on his head as Valverde just couldn't get there. Tony Kroos has gone for the strike. And it's gone straight into the hands of the goalie. Camavinga just put his hands on his head as he saw Valverde try to leap for it. Couldn't get there. But Real Madrid have started to wake up. They started to grow into the game. They're putting the feelers out and the word out that this won't be a walk in the park. Both teams have equipped themselves well. Tchouaméni beat Sesko in the air for the header. Openda wins the second. And this is where Tchouaméni, not being a natural defender, could kill him. Sesko, poor pass. Finds Dani Olmo, poor. Oh, Sesko again. Side nettings. Corner kick. That's the only things that will let I keep saying Camavinga, Tchouaméni down. He's vacated the centre-back spot. Really, the final ball and the build-up to that from Leipzig has to be better. All of a sudden, the noise from Arteta out crew is now very quiet. You can criticise the gaffer, but I personally feel like some fans do too much. I don't know for other content creators. Everyone's free to have their opinion, but I would say just be open to being proven wrong. If you wholeheartedly believe in the guy, if you wholeheartedly want the guy out, then fair enough. But yeah, man, I think the guy has a lot of criticisms, but he's doing all right. Corner kick to Leipzig into the hands of the Ukrainian goalkeeper, Lunin. Didn't get them far. It's become more of an even contest now, folks, and it's anybody's guess who wins this. Diaz attacking down this right-hand side for Real Madrid. Is he going to use his right peg? You going to use your right peg? He does to cross, and it's a decent one into the headband of Simikan. It's gone all the way back here to Diaz, though. Can he make something happen? Instructed to pass it backwards. Gives it to Carvajal. Diaz. Nacho. Mendy wants. Mendy gets. Has Vinicius and Rodrigo. Pardon me, Rodrigo. What can he do? Goes back to Ferland Mendy on his left-hand side. The shape from Leipzig is very good. They're very rigid. They're getting players back behind the ball. There's not too much space in behind. But it's easy to do that in the first 20 minutes. Are you able to maintain that in the last 20 minutes? Tony Kroos showing us his passing range. Lovely pass to Mendy. Mendy helps it down the flank to Vinicius Jr. What can he do up against Klosterman? Klosterman not putting much up a fight. Rodrigo has to score. You weren't serious, man. You see why I don't trust you? Vinicius. Oh, Skiller's doing too much. Orban and Leipzig win it back. Tell a lie, Rodrigo wins it back. And it's here with Camavinga. Rodrigo, you need to show me all the truth. I haven't forgiven you for that penalty. All you got to do is look at Vinicius. Oh, this guy's doing wavy Brazilian stuff. Just look at him as an example. Benzema even believe in him. And look at the guy now. Klosterman looking nervous there. Simikan's done all right. Orban's done all right. Klosterman's looked nervous since the game started, if I'm honest. Yo, DG Sesko looking a bit fraudulent. He's looking booky, but trust, have I not told you? He's not in the best of form. He's raw. Trust me, he'll be a good striker, man. Allow him. Strikers tend to peak late as well. But I must admit, he's making me look booky. I might have to delete videos. Who said they want to sign Sesko? It weren't me. I was saying Ivan Tony. Camavinga bursting forward. Surprised he hasn't been fouled in. Well, tell a lie, he has been fouled. Ref says advantage is a good bit of refereeing. Vinicius Jr. Someone from Real Madrid has to... Rodrigo's not the truth. He's not the truth. He's not the truth. It should be 1-0. He's not the truth. He's not the truth. You can have the sweatbands and do skills. You're not the truth. Shooting like Iwobi. Great play from Camavinga. Indirectly, the ball fell to a fellow Real Madrid man. Vinicius has delivered a good ball. Has to get proper contact. To be fair, I'm downplaying it slightly because there is a close bit of defending there, but there's a second time Rodrigo has not put his foot through it. Sesko going to make it cook in Liverpool in pre-season. He's the real deal. Just made a point about the players closer to the trophy than Arteta. I agree. What does that mean? Explain that. I'm sure it was a good point. Where's my guy Danny Ceballos? Probably, doing spinneroonies with the football on the bench. Simikan's a good player. Come to Arsenal, man. Arsenal get it done, man. He can fill in that centre half if required. Can play right back. French and that. Him and Sesko double deal settings, man. Diego Simeone talked about that in modern football, most teams don't value defensive principles. As you can see, a lot of high scoring lines. It's probably why Arteta's value defending out of possession. I mean, yeah, I think the standard of defending has dropped. How many great defenders are there in the modern day, or people that understand the game? The game's obviously advanced, but when we speak about defenders, we're speaking about fullbacks. We're talking about inverting. And again, you need to be able to do both sides of it. We're not talking about how good you are 1v1, your defending skills, your ability to read the game. Centre-backs, we're talking about their ball-playing ability. Goalkeepers even. And teams are a lot more risky, In football nowadays, you have to take a lot more risk. Like, Leipzig could be in. I think I said this before. The other day, I was watching a game, Arsenal and Man United, from a couple of years ago, when we was in our yellow kit. There was no real reason for me to be watching it. It was just on TV. And obviously, like, the amount of times it's just long goal kicks and centre-backs just not taking risks. The game ain't like that. Of course, sometimes you need to put your foot through it, but you have to gamble now. In some situations where if you're playing Sunday League, you're just going to put your foot through it. You have to gamble and turn and do certain things. So, and obviously, I think attacking's gone better as well. And defending isn't valued, but at the same time, defense wins trophies. You look at how City have improved year in, year out, and seeing them win a treble has been because they've been better defensively. And there's more than one way of defending than just traditional defending. You look at Liverpool when Jurgen Klopp first went in, they were a bit naive. They were playing the same way from minute 0 to 90. I believe before they signed, I think they signed Van Dijk or Alisson in January. I don't know. Did they sign both in January, or one of them was defo signed in January? I think it was Van Dijk. But if you remember, just before he went in, Liverpool actually improved defensively a little bit. And then obviously Van Dijk and Alisson have come in and taken it to the next level. You still got to be great defensively. But we live in a day and age now, like you said, Arsenal is the best example. Our first attacker is David Raya. Our first defender is typically a Kai Havertz. Trossard is a bit different, but if he's up front, him as well. Or the best example will probably be Gabriel Jesus. Smash the like button, people. We're 25 minutes in. There's still not a goal to separate this fantastic switch of play by Valverde to Mendy. Vinicius Jr. Well, it's actually Real Madrid still have it. It looked like they might lose it there. Valverde. DG, was that Sesko goal offside? First time I saw it, I thought it was offside. The way they're changing the angles, it looked like it was on. But I have to guess. I guess I'll go with what my eyes showed me first time rather than what the images deceived. Mendy. Diaz. Diaz got to do a bit more, man. Vinicius looks on it when you give him the ball. Here we are with Diaz. It's actually a good effort, but it's funded off a white shirt. To be fair, you have to. Rodrigo never scored more than 9 goals in the league in a single season. Saka more effective. Run it. Oh, surely a foul there. Ref don't agree with me. And Leipzig are trying to counter-attack. Tony Kroos is judged to a fouled Openda. I even prefer Sesko for 50 than Tony for 70. Sesko will bag for a team that creates and pins down the ops. He would, but I think he's raw. In an ideal world, you get Ivan, Tony, and a Sesko. Sesko's your medium to long-term kind of striker. Tony's your top down until you see better. In an ideal world. But that's probably not going to happen. I don't know if he's the new Haaland, but he's a bloody good footballer to me. Simikin is good in midfield. I don't know about that, but Edu and Arteta get it done this summer. Tired of hearing war chest every summer and underwhelming signings. I hear it, and I don't think you're alone there. I think a lot of us Arsenal fans would want almost every area to be addressed. Worry not, DG. Sesko is the real truth. Technically clean and shoots on sight. I'd rather have Sesko than Osimhen for 100 million. I'm cool with both, man. I'm cool with both. Osimhen is 25 as well. I think I've seen enough to be confirmed, to have no concerns, better yet, over his hold-up play, his ability to work the channels. I like Sesko, but he's very raw. I don't know if in your debut season, I don't know for any of them, but I don't know if you're going to get 20-odd goals because you have been in different form for Leipzig, but today's the day to show them. Get on to them, people. Let's see what you got, Sesko, man, because you're not even playing the first choice Real Madrid defensive partnership. And you got people like Hybrid Truth saying he's looking fraudulent. And my reputation's on the line. So, yeah. So far, so good from Leipzig, though. It's here with Dani Olmo. He's got Simikan to his right. He's played it inside to Hendricks, who's giving it back to his teammate. Dani Olmo, Sesko, look at him working the channels. Come on, I pick a teammate. Sesko delivers. It's wavy. It's behind Xavi Simons slightly, but look at the hold-up play. Simons, a poor pass to his left back, but his left back still has it. Xavi Simons under the lights as well today. Keeps possession, finds Simikan. Haven't seen this against Real Madrid in a while. Simikan tries to deliver. He's giving it back to Real Madrid. Valverde gambling in possession. Where's his teammates? Hey, Valverde's lit, man. Great ball into Diaz. Diaz fouled. That should allow Real Madrid to get further up the field. DG, why don't you do phone-ins? Us loyal fans would love to chat to you live and direct. It's coming, man. It's coming. But how do you do it without people doing mad things? Unlucky, DG. We got Danish Haaland cooking. I can't lie, Jonan. I have nothing to do with Man United. But what have I sat there and told you? Haaland will be okay. He's just very young and raw. Xavi Simons has been clattered by Carvajal. Gonna have to get used to it. DG Arteta wanted to sign Mudryk. He is also raw. I don't think it's a deal breaker for Arteta if he thinks Sesko's the man. I don't think it's a deal breaker for him. I'm just saying for me, the only thing I'd guard against is his raw. And as much as we've got a young project which Sesko would tie into, some of our fans are very impatient and kind of want immediate success. So I think an Osimhen and these kind of guys who are a bit more seasoned at this moment might be more likely to do it. Big up Riley, man. And where Mudryk's concerned, I just see that as when our failed pursuits of Pedro Neto, Mudryk, which, boy, based on how Trossard's doing and how Mudryk's doing, at least right now it's looking lit. We tried to sign Rafinha. I don't know if you describe Rafinha as the handbags between Carvajal and I bang him. You lot fight, man. Fight. Pull his ponytail, man. Can't lie. This Javier guy looks like he might move to you, Carvajal. But as I was saying, I think Arteta does want that kind of rapid kind of winger. I think it would give us a new direction. You know, Saka isn't slow, but he's more of an inside forward. Martinelli will run the touchline. Trossard's obviously got pace. Just ask Van Dijk and them Liverpool defenders. And Trossard has scored many lovely goals, but he's not like a speedster sort of thing. I do think he wants something like that. Maybe someone that can come off the bench and stretch games. Saka or Vinicius. I think Saka will tell you Vinicius. Smash the like button if you haven't already. Leipzig should have scored there. I mean, regret is one thing. If you're Leipzig, you probably don't want to regret these missed chances. Not just in this game, but across 2 legs. Big up Marco Reus. Still about. But phone is soon land, man. Just need to find a way of How do you do it without people being clowns, man? Because big up tapping toes. I'm sure you would have seen someone was doing mad and showing private parts and things. I don't want any of that. 15 minutes left of this first half. Unfortunately, there's been no goals. And some of our fans, some football fans of football, you know, when you've seen what's happened in AFCON, what happened in the Bundesliga at the weekend, actually with Genoa, Real Madrid, Arsenal against West Ham, a lot of people were thinking, you know what, Champions League is not even that exciting to this week. And I always think Champions League is exciting. It's a moment to be here with you lot, but without sounding like a casual fan, it does kind of feel like that. Valverde plays it forward. Good defending, really. I don't know. Is that can't be Real Madrid's throw? And it's not. Rumors kept it moving. Rodrigo thought it was. They cancelled Sesko's goal because Leipzig player gave a gentle push to the Real keeper. They robbed Leipzig. That's an idiot thing. Proper idiot thing. DG watched that first goal again. It was a goal. Then, for me, Sesko did his thing then. You're not going to get them kind of decisions against Real Madrid, man. You're not going to get those decisions against Real Madrid. Ball forward. Xavi Simons. I'll definitely check my email, provided it's gone to the right place, my guy. Big up Reese. What's going on here? Xavi Simons. You started well, but you're looking a bit quiet. Show me you're the truth. All this talk about Sesko. What about Xavi Simons? He's a player, though, man. He's a player. The Dutch have a couple decent players on their books. Timber and that. Sesko, great hold-up play, you know. Camavinga's giving it away. Sesko's played it forward. Dani Olmo, one or too many touches, man. You've got to make these things count. And I'm sure for Dani Olmo, these games are a bit more special. He's always linked with Real Madrid and Barcelona. I don't know how Real Madrid didn't get a foul there. Oh, Lord. Hendricks. That cross was terrible. That's almost a clearance. Openda puts his thumb up for appreciation, but he's baffled. Mendy's pocket was picked by Leipzig. What was Hendricks doing? Did it take a deflection? I'm gonna give you the benefit of the doubt. That must be a Leipzig throw. It must be. Oh, it's Real Madrid's. That is horrible. Simmons is okay, nothing amazing. Harsh. I think he's a quality player, man. But the hype is a madness. Valverde. Rodrigo holds it. I thought he was caught there. And Leipzig have it back. No, Xavi Simons is giving it away. Valverde's forced to pull it into touch. Simons or Kudus. I'd rather Simons, but from what I've seen, like in the Premier League and that, I'd say Kudus at this moment in time. Can't be offside from a throw in. Sesko gives it back to his left. But look at the hold-up play. We could do with this, man. 40 million, that's all right. Rodrigo tries to win it back for Real Madrid. It's a bit soft from him, if I'm completely honest with you. But yeah, if they've cancelled it because there's been a gentle push on the goalie, that's ridiculous because the keeper's even flapped at it. Simikins played it forward. That's a great touch by Dani Olmo. Sesko, that touch has to be better. You're playing Real Madrid. Better first touch. The world is your oyster. Orban's cleared. Xavi Simons up against it with Valverde. Valverde, you could never be asking for a free kick there. So valiant effort so far from Leipzig. Simikan. But it will be a different game at the Bernabeu. I think we all know that. I thought Mendy was fouled there, so does the linesman. Kudus for now, Simmons for the future. I think Arteta would love a player like Kudus. He can play in midfield. Obviously, he can play right wing if Saka's not there. Could be a serious guy, man. A man said pushed by an opponent. I mean, if he was pushed by an opponent, he was pushed by an opponent, but that is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Boy. And it's still 0-0 here, folks, people. Just over 10 minutes until the end of the first half. Mendy's evaded Simikan and Dani Olmo expertly there. Camavinga skips out Valverde, plays Carvajal. Where's the options for him? Not going to lie. Someone like Jude Bellingham bangs. My correspondents are coming in. Copenhagen have equalized. Manchester City won. Copenhagen won. The excitement. You know they're going to get battered, man. Scenes when it says 4-5-1 in the 90th minute. But go on, Matson. If Copenhagen and Leipzig can do their jobs at Champions League, people can begin to dream. I think Arsenal would probably lose across 2 legs to Barcelona and buy him. But on current form, I back us against them. It was a banger, apparently. You lot are making me want to swap games. Valverde, this game's better, man. This game's more of a chess match, not when you're doing stuff like that, Vinicius. That's a serious tackle by Camavinga. Rev. Great. Oh, are you seeing Sesko? Great strength and hold-up play as he's forced to this left-hand side. Great hold-up play. Come on, man. I'm trying my best to sell Sesko to you lot, man. There's no goals in that, but hold-up play. Man City defense can't keep a clean sheet. Hella dirty sheets on their bed, I can't lie. Is Trossard our false 9 for our next run of games? It's a bit awkward saying run of games. Pardon me, but where Burnley's concerned, run that. If Jesus is fit, he might have to start from the bench. I'm not saying you, but many people said after the Liverpool game, is it a Havertz thing up front? So I'm not sure. To be fair, ironically, Arsenal's 2 games of the season, I would describe as 2 games or results of the season, Man City and Liverpool, just because of the magnitude. Well, Jesus was playing right wing in that game, if I can remember correctly. And Havertz was up front against Liverpool. So how do you look at it? And we scored 6-0, our most complete performance in the Premier League, in my opinion, obviously beating West Ham 6-0. Didn't have an organic striker or really the strongest team. In fact, the 3 results that I've just said there, Arsenal haven't necessarily had what fans would describe as their strongest 11 out there. It just shows you football's a squad game. Vinicius Jr. hasn't got too much change out of Simican today. Still got possession, though. Definitely not fouled. Camavinga. Tchouameni, who's playing as a centre-half. Nah, he's forcing it there. He's forcing it. Leipzig clear their lines. Carvajal asks for the ball to be a throw into Real Madrid. Next 2 games are Burnley away and Newcastle at home. I think Kai Havertz will go up front against Newcastle if Jesus ain't there. But I do hope to see Jesus fit sooner rather than later. You see the games in February. Oh, Nacho. Okay, Nacho's alert to the situation. Lunin, that's not the best of clearances by the goalie. Nobody challenging for the ball. And Hendricks has somehow managed to head it backwards. He's lucky his teammate was alert to the situation. Big up you lot tuning in across Twitch and YouTube, people. Road to 70K is still alive. Make sure you're smashing the like button. Xavi Simmons. Leipzig are doing well, man. Boy, Ben, they talk about us, man. I would love Pedro Neto. I just need Copenhagen to keep it tight in the second leg. I need their game to be as competitive as possible. I hear it, man, but footballing gods ain't blessing no one today, man. We know Real Madrid are mopping up Leipzig and Copenhagen. Big up them for equalising, but they're probably going to face a lot of goals. Oh, Camavinga again looking bewildered as Valverde's pass is horrible. Even Carlo Ancelotti is normally cool, calm and collected, bit peed off with that pass. 70K subs incoming in April. By God's grace, can't do without you lot. So let's keep supporting the movement. Leipzig have played 192 passes to Real Madrid's 229. Real Madrid have had 53% of the ball to 49%. Well, that's what the thing said. So, but how do you quantify that? Because I think Leipzig have probably been a bit more positive and played closer to their potential. Their manager, if the game ended right now, their manager will probably be more happier with what they've did than Real Madrid. Obviously, there's a gulf in standards and class and stature between the teams with the greatest of respect. Simican, I mean, the only thing that you can't do is cross, man. It's the second horrible cross from the right-hand side. Boy, Sesko wouldn't be against, but would rather get Tony or Victor before him. But if we got rid of Eddie and went for Sesko, wouldn't be against it. I mean, it'd be lovely if Ivan Toney was available for 60, Sesko for 40. That's 100 million. Eddie goes, Nelson maybe reinvest, and then, you know, let's shift the conversation to a winger, a centre middle too. I would love a Timber / Tomiyasu kind of multifunctional defender. Probably have to sign a number 2 goalie as well if Ramsdale leaves. And yeah, man, then we're moving forward. And anything else Arteta wants. Rodrigo on this right-hand side. Valverde, Rodrigo. Imagine when they get Mbappe. Is it just me or is YouTube moving mad? My love keeps stopping. I hope it's just you in a nice way, because I hope there's not a deeper issue. Bring Neto to the carpet. Who is the most injury-prone between Gabriel Jesus, Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu, and Partey ranking order? Jason, that's a difficult one. Partey first, surely Partey first. Probably Smith Rowe second. Tied with Tomiyasu, if I'm honest. And then Gabriel Jesus. Tomiyasu and Smith Rowe might be a tie. Might even be Smith Rowe and then Tomiyasu, but I'd have to look at the stats. But yeah, I would say Partey, Smith Rowe. If there's no being on the same ranking, I'd say Partey, Smith Rowe, Tomiyasu, Jesus. But then Jesus has had the long-term injuries as well. And it seems that it is a bit worrying in that regard. Valverde. Diaz turns on the ball. Good ball into Rodrigo. But again, it's not good enough. Mbappe goes to Madrid. It's over. It's game over for the Champions League for a few years. Mine stops as well. It freezes for a brief second. Come on, YouTube. What's going on there, man? Someone's up against it. We've got 5 minutes left of the half, people. Where are those spectacles, Deluded? Where are they? That's a good question. There they are. There you go, mate. Peter Parker mode. Openda. Hands all over him, Tchouaméni. And to be fair, Toni Kroos has saved Tchouaméni, but that's where he shows he's not a natural centre-back. Not even criticising him. It's just shouldn't have hands on him there. First Partey, second Smith Rowe, third Jesus, fourth Tomiyasu, injury-prone players. Check if you have an ad blocker and use Chrome browser. Reports of it slowing down for everyone. Camera is just so cold. Such a Wenger baller would love him at the carpet. Would love him and Kylian Mbappe at the carpet. But dreams free to hustle so happily. Vinicius Jr. delivers. Rodrigo at full stretch. Can't make headed contact with the ball. Couple of times there's been decent balls into Leipzig's area. And nobody's taking advantage. I can't lie. I can see Timber and Partey playing a vital role for us in the running. Speaking of Partey, who do you think he gets replaced with this summer? Probably Zubamendi or Douglas Luiz based on reports. I hear it, but Timber I've kind of written off for the rest of the season because of the severity of his injury, but I hope he's back. Sesko looking for the give and go. Come on, my friend. The pass weren't good enough. It's a great tackle by Tchouaméni. It'll be a corner to Leipzig. Obviously, Timber's got a big injury, so I kind of discount him because we don't know how it's going to be when he's coming back. Partey, quality player. I would love to see him, but as I've said in all my vids, I'm quite tired of it now, man. Like, you getting fit is one thing. Are you able to stay? Like you said, vital running. Let's just assume Partey is fit for Burnley. And who do we play at the end of March? Corner kick to Leipzig once again. Who do we play at the end of March? So, yeah, you got Burnley on Saturday, then Porto, then Newcastle, then Sheffield United, then Brentford, then Porto again in the return leg. Then you've got Chelsea. To end March, you have Man City away. If Partey was fit against Burnley, well, we can't guarantee, obviously. Would he be fit for that running? Poor corner, in fact, by Leipzig. They've got another opportunity because Real Madrid's clearance weren't good enough. And it's a second poor delivery. Got to take these chances. Good chance to evolve Sesko. Still 1-1 as it stands in Copenhagen. Any goals I'll update if I can. Pick up yourself, Graham. Timber, yeah, I think he's done for a season, even though he'll have issues even after end of March, Man City. So there you have it. And obviously, mathematically, you can drop more points and win the league. But I personally feel Arsenal's chances of winning the Prem are slim. I think you have to take maximum points with the exception of a draw here or there likely going into the City game. And I think the City game at this moment in time, that's the only one you can afford to drop points. Vinicius Jr. Dances past one, past two, loses it. They registered Timber for the Champions League, so now I'm expecting something. No pressure, though. I think that's just to hedge our bets. Like, if he's fitter sooner rather than later and can play some parts, even if it's from the bench, it makes sense. DG, don't worry. It's mine. YouTube does this sometimes. YouTube fix up, man. I'm from West Africa. I can assure you, Partey is 42 years old. The guy is cooked. Yo, mad, man. Also, I'm looking for some specs too. What brand you got, DG? 4i Club. They were Amazon's finest, boy. Like, I don't need them, really. I might need them in real life, but hold on. I moved to Firefox and it's better. But whatever you lot got to do, man, just make sure you're smashing the like button or Pender. That's a poor pass to Sesko. You've killed him. Sesko, keep it on, man. The world's watching. Great touch from Sesko. I'm lying a bit. I mean, he works the channels well. Presses well. Xavi Simmons. Oh, you could see the run. Never getting there. Nacho had it covered. Lunin was equal to the situation. Oh, there's a man that Openda is down for Leipzig. Real Madrid ain't put the ball out. To be fair, they're in there. They're entitled to play on. Vinicius Jr. skips past Simicans. That's a ball to Diaz. Diaz chops in. This has to count. All right, that is a Vinicius shot was horrible. But that's the first time Real Madrid came anything close to cooking and showing the technical level of their players on the attack. It's freezing for me as well. You lot are making me para, man. I don't know what's going on there. Hope it's nothing serious. Timber might just be on the bench for the rest. Maybe have 1 or 2 cameos. And that's the thing. From him being signed off, like, yeah, you can return to full training. That doesn't mean he's good to go again. There's going to be setbacks. You know, mentally, I'm sure he's a strong guy, but he's still going to have to get past the mental aspects of his big injury. evidently going to not be match fit. Obviously, probably have to take a cautious approach because you don't know if he can play 20, 40, 45, 60, 90. Only a single minute of added on time in this game so far, folks. It looks like we're going into half time. 0-0, which we've been treated to 2 goals where Leipzig are concerned. I mean, Leipzig, Copenhagen and City. Well, we knew that'd be the case. I must admit, I thought City would be putting that tie to bed by now. But that's why you can't sleep on anyone at all. Let me see this goal. Edison mistake. If it was Ramsdale, let me see this goal. Can't be that much of a mistake from Edison. Whoa, 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 whoa. Oi, that's a... Oi, Edison's made a serious error in the build-up, but make no mistake, that's a finish. Looks like United might get Eze. Could be a great player. And just as I said that, City have scored again. Bernardo Silva sees them winning 2-1. Leipzig manager Marco Reus has been given a yellow card. Seems like the return of the traditional number 9 is here. Bring it. I'm welcome to it. 0-0 at halftime here, folks. As said, Partey just... I'm done with Thomas Partey. As I said, quality player, amazing footballer when fit. But if you're never there, like... I think the stats are saying that he's played 15 minutes this season. It's dead. I don't know how many minutes technically Arsenal have played in, the games when we were in the League Cup, the games when we were in the FA Cup. Well, it was one and done, innit? The amount we played 20-odd Premier League games. I don't know how much minutes that equates to, included added on time, Champions League group stages, and Partey's played 15 minutes of such. 15 minutes, people. It doesn't make any sense. It's dead. Absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. Absolutely dead. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. Trying to find news online, if I'm honest with you. Nothing here so far. What's Romano saying? So yeah, let me know your thoughts. What's this? Thierry Henry said there was a massive discussion about if Arsenal need a number 9. What they need to do is put the ball in the back of the net. When Arsenal does that, it's 6-0 in every game. It could have been the same. When we do, we're tough to beat. We need a striker, Henry, man. I'm honest. So yeah, only God knows what they're going to do, folks, man. Only God knows what they're going to do. It doesn't feel like there's nothing. I've just pre-social media. There's no interest in talking points, transfer news, or anything across the social media sites. Would you say Partey's career at Arsenal was a flop? I wouldn't say a flop. Like, what? He's technically won an FA Cup. I think we've seen the quality, but obviously you've not been the more reliable player. You've clearly underwhelmed. It's underwhelming. Like, you're never fit. And I would say, obviously, Partey is good when fit. Partey is good, but there's a couple of games this season he's up there. I remember Old Trafford a few years ago where him and El Nene kind of busted. But we haven't really seen that, but it's injuries, man. Deluded on London girl's wifey material asking from South Africa. Depends where you look, but yeah, 100%, man. Damn me. I mean, you should be asking you. You're there in South Africa. The Bundes are there. Real Bundesliga out there. DG, where can I see the Edison mistake? Oh, here it is. Here it is. Is it here? Yeah. Let me send you this link. I've just posted it in the chat. So yeah. Oh, ignore the first link. I hit the wrong key. That one should be good. Don't forget, people, we're watching PSG Sociedad tomorrow. I didn't even think about Partey since Rice arrived. I like Partey, but I don't care if he keeps getting injured. And when he came back fit, got injured by training. To be fair with you, I think the fact that Declan Rice is a physical midfielder has kind of been a luxury. But I do imagine sometimes, like even around the City game, we beat them at the Emirates, and you know, Partey came off the bench. Probably the only time we've seen him really when he weren't playing right back. Like imagine Rice, Partey, and Odegaard just on occasion. You know, Havertz was good at the weekend, but the rest were great. Like Havertz didn't put a foot wrong. He fitted in, he didn't stand out. Odegaard was a joy to watch. Sexy footballer when he's on it. Declan Rice bossed it. Just want a bit more. Maybe Declan Rice on that left-hand side could give a bit more to the others, man. Let's go. Vinicius and Rodrigo sleeping. Real Madrid also need a striker. They're missing Benzema. They link up on goals. This feels like a game where someone like Joselu comes off the bench if he is on the bench and bags. Partey has played around 200 minutes and missed 20 games in the Prem. Crazy. So what's this 15 minutes that doing the thing online? But then 260 minutes. And he's clearly a vital player to somewhat, because obviously what Arteta's doing now, what he's doing now might not have been the case then, but you know, Partey gives you a lot in midfield, and he was still forcing him into the team as an inverted kind of right back. He was still kind of playing centre mid. It weren't really as a traditional right back. Maybe it was just circumstantial at the time, but yes, it don't like the way Arteta talks about Partey. Then he says we've got this finished squad. We need to get 100 goals and stuff. Sometimes when the words come out, because I think Arteta is a very methodical man, I have a hard time dealing with it, because if you're saying this now, you must have known it in May and June and all these things. And in the same way, if the players try to win a game and they don't necessarily win, then we have to ask questions. The recruitment of Mikel, of Edu, to get deals done, really. How could you make that mistake, boy? Did he not check to pass? Had a bit of time to clear it, but Onana would do that. DG vibes or Movado, Gully or Gaza. I mean, big up Movado, but you can't talk to Mr. Palmer. Allow it, man. Vibes Cartel by far. I'm biased. I'm the wrong person. And I don't get it twisted. Movado's a bad boy as well. But wait, if he was to say you could only one of these guys' music could exist, Movado's lit. But I could survive. I can't survive with no Vibes Cartel. He's got a song for women, for trying better in life, Gunman tune, improving yourself. Every sort of thing, Vibes has a tune for it. I promise you. I've never lied to you, look. Never lied. But yeah, man, it's 0-0 here. In terms of statistics, how many shots have we actually seen? Champions League. Let's type that in on the good old Google. Where we're concerned here, as you lot know, it's 0-0. There's been 5 shots on target between the two sides. Real Madrid have had 8 shots in total and 2 shots on target. Leipzig have had 5 shots in total and 3 shots on target. Leipzig have played 254 passes to Real Madrid's 322. In terms of possession, Leipzig have had 44%. Real Madrid have had 56%. Leipzig have had 3 corners. Real Madrid have had 1. And we haven't had no goals. What's the Copenhagen game saying? Well, to be fair, City have had 12 shots, 4 on target. Copenhagen have had 3 shots, 1 on target. Yeah, it was always going to fall in that regard. That's probably what you expected. 81 likes. Can we get to 100? Just clocked that man really scapegoated Onana for 6 months. I think Onana's a shaky goalie, but I think if Ten Hag could coach a better defensive side from back to front, he wouldn't look this callous. You could argue we should have a goal here. The more I see that Sesko one, the more I think potentially there's a bit and an element of injustice being done here, if I'm completely honest. But the game's the game. They're just going to have to get on with it, really and truly. It is what it is. Mbappe would willingly join Arsenal. However, like Liverpool, they don't want to break their financial wage structure. It is what it is. It is what it is. Kevin De Bruyne, last 22 appearances in the Champions League knockout rounds, 10 goals, 10 assists. The man's like, what can you say about Kevin De Bruyne? The man's an absolute legend. Apparently, Edison has made an error directly leading to a goal in a Premier League or Champions League game for just the second time in the last 3 years. The last time he did it was in January versus Tottenham in 2023. Boy, youngest players to make 50 appearances in the Champions League: Casillas, Cesc, Mbappe, Messi, and Vinicius Jr. That is crazy. Leipzig have failed to keep a clean sheet in their last 13 home Champions League matches. Real Madrid have won all 6 of their Champions League games so far this year, people. So make of that what you will. Only 2 teams for that matter, have 100% win record currently in the Champions League this season, says Shaqwa. That's Man City and Real Madrid, and both teams after this have a chance of doing such as well. Apparently, Arsenal didn't concede a goal at the Emirates in the Champions League. Fair enough. 3 clean sheets, 4 goals conceded, 16 goals scored across the games in the group stage. It's all right. Hopefully, that sort of form continues. DG, what you watching? The game on TNT Sport in England. So yeah, interesting. Not willing to go over 50 million euros for Onana. Everton's Onana. It must tell you that we like him, but we don't like him that much potentially. And to be fair, I think that's fair value. Obviously, you're helped a lot if Everton get relegated. Arsenal won't break their wage structure for anyone. It's why people need to stop dreaming about Mbappe and Frankie de Jong of this world. The dream is free. The hustle is sold separately, man. But without dreams in life, what do we have, folks? We have to dream. Unless you're a Spurs fan, talk about winning serious trophies. People, give me a second to go and get some water before the game recommences. Let's see a great goal from a great fullback, because we ain't seen a goal today, have we?
Against this right back, Charlie, definitely.
Back again, folks. Hope you didn't miss me that much. What have we made of the game? What did you make of my goal? I would like to have more goals in the catalogue, but it's hard, brother. You lot should see the bloopers, man. You should see how many times I try to score that goal and how much it was. Ball still in the sky, as I always say. But yeah, big up you lot. Let me take my rightful space back here at the throne. Got the water. I was back quick though. We saying recovery pace coming like timber. Hey, Arteta, shout me, sign me. I'm there, man. Only want 50 grand a week. Tottenham's dreams is cleaning cobwebs to the trophy cabinet once a year. That's harsh, man. But life is harsh. Don't forget, people, as I said, Paris Saint-Germain versus Sociedad tomorrow. Even if you're not going to be there, boost the YouTube algorithm by simply clicking on that link and hitting the like button. Liking, commenting, subscribing, interaction. It pips the YouTube algorithm to put our channel in front of other people, folks. Should we see what's going on in the world of football for that matter? Let's go on Sky Sports. There must be something. I heard soon, with the greatest of respect, yeah, Jurgen Klopp is not a bigger legend in the Premier League than Arsene Wenger. I'm sorry. In fact, you know what? Who is the bigger PL legend, Klopp or Wenger? You know what? That could be an idea. And don't get it twisted. Jurgen Klopp's a bad boy, you know, kind of in a way. You know, Liverpool versus City has been I say the modern day, you know, Man United, Arsenal was the modern day, but in many ways that has been the modern day Ferguson against Wenger. And big up Jurgen Klopp. He's won a Premier League for the first time in 30 years at Liverpool. Take nothing away from what that man's done. He's done big, bad things, and he's a hallmark of the Premier League. He's a legend, really. Absolute footballing legend. And he's won the champs. But if we're talking about the Premier League, the Champions League is irrelevant, is it not? Because we're talking about in this country. And I don't like to do this. He's won the Prem more, because I do think, I'm sure Klopp would have loved to have won the Prem more. Wenger definitely. It's a crime that Arsenal, in my opinion, don't have a stronger European pedigree. We don't have a Champions League. Wenger defo could have performed better in that. But if you want to take it there, Wenger's got, you know, Wenger is a reason why the FA Cup, give or take, between us and Man United is our trophy. It's English. It counts if you want to take it there. Wenger's won the Prem 3 times. Klopp ain't done that. Yes, Wenger was here for 20 odd years. Klopp wasn't. But let's be real. You know, Wenger, and I don't, obviously, just because you was a legacy guy and you was around before, doesn't always, it's like rappers. Just because a rapper's a legend and was doing it back in the day doesn't mean he's better than a modern day person. But there is no Jurgen Klopp. There is no Pep Guardiola. There is no Jose. There is no Conte. There is no Who was Leicester's manager? If he was a foreign one, there's none of these foreign managers. If Arsene Wenger doesn't come to the Premier League, he was the first big bad bully to come and try and destroy we didn't destroy it, but disrupt Ferguson's monopoly on the game. He bust the door for the thingies, for the foreign gaffers. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And at that time, it's cool as a manager. And again, Klopp can't help when he came into the game. Neither can Wenger. But it's cool to be innovative and do crazy things and have your way of playing and all of these things in the modern day. In fact, if you don't do that in the modern day, people get on to you. You know, people love what Pep, De Zerbi, Arteta, even Emre at Villa, and the list goes on. When Wenger was about, it was either you do the status quo, you lump it long and all of these things. And if a player is playing in a certain position, that's them. You didn't go against the grain. You didn't go against the script. Wenger went and done that with his training, with the nutrition, with the pipeline for the players. Stop it, man. Big up Jurgen Klopp, but stop it, man. Stop it, man. And I mean no disrespect to Jurgen Klopp by any stretch of the imagination. Ranieri even, if you have Klopp above him, if you have Klopp above him and who you think is the best manager, that's great. But if we're talking legacy and focusing on that word legacy, you can't sit here and say Jurgen Klopp's Premier League legacy is above Wenger. Maybe for the screaming boom and running up and down and all of that. And I'm not even trying to boy him, maybe that. But like it says here, Wenger revolutionized English football. Prolonged how much man's playing career as well. Made enough difficult decisions. Big up Jurgen Klopp. Take nothing away from it. If you want to talk about, as I said, who's the better manager or who is the bigger legend and all of that stuff, Klopp has a debate. But if you're talking Premier League legacy, absolute Premier League legacy, come on now, man. The only ones I'm of modern day, the only ones I'm hearing over Arsene Wenger, and again, he done his thing. The only ones I'm hearing above him is Sir Alex Ferguson and Pep Guardiola. Potentially, in fact, for me, because I'm biased, I like Jose Mourinho in it. Maybe even Jose as well. But I think over, and I'm not saying Jose wasn't a better manager than Wenger. Once again, don't misquote what I'm saying. But bigger legacy, for me, Wenger. Even if you want to take it there, he gave, when Arsenal were crap, he gave rival fans some entertainment. How much times we get smacked up? The 8-2 at Man United, his 1,000th game, boy. We've taken some, pardon me, L's out here. Danny Ceballos is on the bench. Somebody asked that earlier. He sat next to Luka Modric. Wenger telling Adams and Merson, lads, stop the 10 pints a night. Trust me, you improve. It feels so silly at this moment in time. And again, exactly, like England still got drinking culture and stuff, but footballers didn't necessarily have to be athletes. Personally, I think the game, I'm only 28, but I think the game's gone a bit too in that direction, in that I'm not saying you need to drink. You don't need to drink and enjoy yourself. I just think there's too much of an emphasis on athleticism and systems rather than individuality and technical level, and football at its purest level is, I guess, what I'm alluding to. But this is the game changes, isn't it, really? Like, how many pure footballers or pure/entertaining footballers are there? Vinicius is about, but him and all these players to a degree have had to succumb to what's demanded of them. So yeah, man, big them up, but like big up Jurgen Klopp. But come on now, man. Seriously. In the modern day, Ferguson's first for me. Well, Pep's first for me. Ferguson's second. Wenger's at third. I'm slightly going to put Jose above Klopp. And then it's Klopp, but they're all in the same realm. They're all legacy dons. They've all, they're all in that exclusive club. And the drinks are on the house. But yeah, man. I'd have loved Jurgen Klopp at Arsenal and Pep Guardiola. Like at the time when they felt fair, it's definitely around the time Klopp was at Dortmund, when they felt fairly quote unquote attainable, if I'm honest with you. But then I always look at it, if we got Pep or if we got Klopp at them times there, we wasn't doing like what we're doing a bit under Arteta. Like everybody is singing from the same hymn sheet from top to bottom. So I think Pep wouldn't have worked. He needs money. I'm not buying him, but he needs money. I think Klopp probably under those sort of circumstances would have probably outperformed, but he would have probably come up short as well. And a lot of it, to a degree, as much as Wenger had to work with tight finances, there were times that his stubbornness, saw us didn't get players, it's not bringing back Cesc Fabregas. Sesko headers, not bringing back Cesc Fabregas, not bringing in a defensive mid when you've got Ozil, not having a suitable striker when you've got Ozil. Yes, you got Santios or Alexis, and yeah, but missed out on a lot. Diaz surely fouled there. I thought Diaz was fouled. It looked like he was clotheslined. Ref don't agree with me, and Leipzig can keep it moving. Hendricks, who I don't think too much of, but he's actually looked decent when deployed today. The whole of the Leipzig team have done all right. Wenger, I would drink with. I would love Wenger is one person I would love to meet, but it's not gonna happen, man. He's probably one of the only people I'd fanboy and be in absolute like disbelief of speaking to you. I'd love to just spend an hour talking football. Just give me the free game. Danny Almos found the overlapping Openda. Can Openda find a teammate? He can find a goalie. Main criticism of Papa Vengs, he spent the money like it came from his own pocket. I just think he struggled to adapt. I think the biggest issues for me with Wenger, definitely the Emirates era, where I don't want to sound like I'm one of them guys, but footballers became more like Love Island dons rather than just elite men ready to go to war. And I think Wenger's issue was he trusted a lot. When you've got elite men that are not going to let you down and buy into what you're doing, cool. But when you've got these pretenders, these divas, dead. Obviously, I don't think he invested when he needed to invest. I do think towards the end of his career, the lines got blurred at Arsenal. The lines got blurred as to, is he making the right decisions for Arsenal or Arsene Wenger? And ultimately, you know, what's the saying? You stay long enough somewhere to be a villain, and he stayed too long. Probably. And as much as I'm criticizing him for maybe staying too long, I can never comprehend the job. Like obviously he was bantered for finishing top 4 and stuff, but I could never comprehend like keeping us there and that stability sort of thing. But I think he overstayed his welcome. Klopp is leaving at the right time. Pep will leave at the right time. Ferguson always said, I've got other interests. Oh, my! Brahim Diaz, Bobby Dazzler, a typical Spanish sizzler of a strike from a typical Spanish player, one with a high technical level. Real Madrid have taken the lead. And yeah, Wenger didn't adapt to the modern day and ultimately stayed too long. But take a bow, former Manchester City man Diaz. Absolutely amazing. He's danced from this right-hand side. He's just dropping shoulders, sent several players shot. 4 Leipzig players, not good enough. He's pulled it onto it. He's got his bearings, pull it onto his favoured left peg, and he's clarted it. And we finally have a goal. Real Madrid 1, Leipzig 0. And Leipzig had a very good start to the game in the first half. They had half chances of their own, but if you don't take them, this is what happens. Potentially the goal that they did score was incorrectly disallowed. It's neither here nor there. We can only go with the facts. Well, on God's green earth, you're going to invite a left-footed player onto their left foot, a bit like what you saw of West Ham against Bukayo Saka on Sunday. You pay for it with your life. That's his second goal in 5 matches. He probably would not be starting had Jude Bellingham have been fit, but he's taking his opportunity. And again, Leipzig have to go to the Bernabeu. Things can happen, but it's crazy. So, boy, what a hit from Diaz. Banner era was tough, man. Bringing back Sol Campbell. I stopped really believing Arsenal were going to do serious things when we signed Silvestre. Like, we had some mad players. I remember I was watching this YouTube compilation of Messi's goals against English sides, and obviously he scored against Arsenal bare times, but through the years, I forgot the amount of disrespectful finishes. And to be fair, Wenger, like Almunia, Ospina, we had some crap goalies. Ospina was rubbish. Absolute dog poo. Fans like to pretend some guys are good, like pretending Matt Turner's good, pretending Ospina's good. Horrible, man. Leipzig in possession. But hey, got to take your chances. Calvert-House read the game expertly well, and he hasn't, because Camavinga's let him down. Both teams need to look after the ball. Our star boy been doing things like that. Can't see RB doing anything in Madrid. They've got to do something here or it's over for them. Scalacci just looked like a supply teacher. The worst signing easy for me with Wenger, William Gallas, because I might think these players didn't have ability, but Gallas, you lacked integrity. That's a good ball. Dani Almo, you're not going to make it. Sesko, is it a corner kick? Dani Almo, I can't tell him anything about finishing, but he's got to keep that hard and low to the keeper's near post. And that could have he's got to shoot across the keeper and keep it low. Leipzig could have instantly drew level. Hendricks is having a good game. It's his pass that found Almo. It's these moments that make the difference. But yeah, Gallas lacked integrity. Like, absolute Runnison crap. Gallas lacked integrity, so you'll always be the worst player I've ever seen in an Arsenal shirt. You know, if you want me, if you be kind enough to come and do a video on the channel, you know, I might forgive you engagement and that. But yeah, Openda finds a teammate. Can Leipzig draw level? This is good play. Openda, can you take a tumble? Wanted one touch too many. Valverde finds the goal scorer Diaz, who gives it back to Valverde. Valverde, what can he do? Surely he wins a throw. Good throw to win. Pardon me, Andre Santos. I'm a bit cool on Andre Santos because there's some players you just know are crap from the start. You know some players are crap. So how angry can I be at you? If I know you're not good, I'm not going to draw you out. There was no ambition at the club. Wenger stayed because he felt responsible. He did, but he used to do dodgy things. Pablo Mari was crap, but he weren't the worst I've seen. He was horrible though, man. Another one, man kept pretending that Pablo Mari is good. Best centre-back at the club when Gabriel's there. Some Arsenal fans are blasphemous. Big up Kirill, but pretending Kirill's messed as well. Like, he's done okay in the last recent games, but pretending it's like he's done a madness against Liverpool and that. Absolute crazy, man. Yeah, Marie weren't the worst, but he was trash, man. Like, it's okay that he was shit. I gave up on Pablo Mari when Lukaku scored against us. You was more concerned with playing around your hair than dealing with it. For a team that's had the Sol Campbells, the Colos, the Tony Adams, the the Colo Torres, and just about, well, even now, Gabriel and Saliba, is very hard for me. Simicam will miss the next match, people, so he won't be there at the Bernabeu. Very hard for me to see people with Pablo Mari's antics. Willian, horrible. He's definitely one of Mikel Arteta's worst signings. Worst Arteta signings, easily Willian. Can I include Aubameyang's new deal? Because we tore it up shortly after that. But if you don't want to say that, Willian 100%, Cedric 100%, Maria 100%, Runnison probably the worst of the lot. Slightly, Edu and Arteta have to hold Marquinhos. Tavares horrible. The Congo not doing nothing. But there's been some good signings. The worst, I'd probably say Runnison because he got nothing to you. Had nothing to you. I wouldn't say Ceballos is the worst. It didn't happen, but I wouldn't say Ceballos was the worst. For almost 10 years, our fullbacks were rubbish. Gibbs, Jenkinson, Kolasinac, Cedric, and Monreal were the only decent options since Clichy. Kolasinac had his little spell before he became crap. Sagna was decent. Monreal, legend in terms of being decent, not an Arsenal legend. Jenkinson. I ain't gone outside today, but is there poo on my Crocs? Something smells fishy with that comment. I don't know. I don't know. The Jenkinson, another one. We don't need to pretend he was good. I'm not saying you are, but Jenkinson was another one that done my head in. Oh, he's an Arsenal fan. So what? Big him up for living his dream. He was rubbish, man. Dog poo, man. Real Madrid could be in here. Oh, if the cutback to Diaz was better, there might be another one. Nah, man. You tried to sneak in Jenkinson's name like we didn't notice that. Well, we've come a long way. Remember when our attacking play would be dictated to a degree if Kolasinac was overlapping? We've come a long way. And I knew Kolasinac was booky because obviously when you saw him, he's like, you wouldn't want to fight Kolasinac. He's wham. I'm sure within the first couple touches of him being an Arsenal man, he did the roulette. I was like, okay, cool. We something funky here. Camavinga, use your right peg. He tries, but it's meaty. Promising move broken down by Leipzig. The game looks like it's exploded into life. Sesko to Xavi Simons. Xavi Simons, you ain't really showing me nothing. Knocks it down the line to Sesko, who's being pursued by Valverde. Cute nudge in the back of Sesko by Valverde to slow him down. He's done well to hold it up. No, he ain't. He's been disarmed for that. Great play from Valverde. Tony Kroos. I'm just enjoying my stay at the top again. I don't know where Arsenal are in the table. I don't look at these things. I don't know. But we've come a long way. Lichtsteiner, he was meaty. But again, you knew he was crap in it. Like, you knew we're not going to get out of the hood with that. We've had some Polny players, man. Lacazette, underwhelming. Pepe, underwhelming. Partey, underwhelming. They're all good players. But like at the point of buying them, we didn't get what... We haven't got what we thought. Oh, that's a serious tackle by Tchouameni. Leipzig still trying to attack. And to be fair, they haven't been too discouraged with going to go down. But the quality has to be good. Tony Kroos has managed to pick up a pass to the goal scorer Diaz. What the hell is that, Diaz? It's like when you're playing for them affluent teams and they just think just because you can run after everything. He was asking a lot of Odysseus. You're new here, make sure you subscribe and big up yourself, Jay. Jenkinson would tick me off every week. Chambers was leaks better. Chambers had a, not gonna lie, Chambers, there was a period where he was looking all right, and then you've just fallen off a cliff, innit, really? Ridiculously. Where are you? Apparently rejected clubs in the championship. Like, to be fair, out of that little Southampton generation, what Ward-Prowse, Chambers, Target, there's definitely someone else there. Luke Shaw. What? Luke Shaw's still at United and playing week in, week out. Fair enough. Ward-Prowse probably the best of the lot, in my opinion. Like, Jenkinson ain't on. Chambers, sorry, ain't on nothing. As I said, there were times he was looking all right, but original fraud. Bro, that Pepe game where he scored 2 free kicks, I thought it was a madness. Peter Cech. I think Peter Cech was better than fans giving credit for, but he was booky. He was falling off, man. And Cech did some dodgy stuff. Vinicius Jr., surely he's been fouled. He's kept it on, really. Oh, this guy's lit. The truth. Brazil, we're back soon, man. And this guy's going to lead us. It's just as I was gassing him. Lost the ball. It's cool, man. It's cool. Leipzig. I mean, I've been impressed recently with the German sides we've watched recently. I rated Song. He was class alongside Says. I think Alex Song personally was extremely overrated, but a quality player. I did rate Song, but mad overrated, man. I think we did well when we shot him to Barcelona. Our chance to at least go to the semi-final. As long as you're in it to win it, innit, you have a chance. I loved Rosicky, but he was another sick note. What do you make of Openda, Big Deluded? Appreciate that, Cube. I like him. Done nothing stand out today. You know, I'm mainly rating because of what he did in France. Very intelligent footballer, really. I'm having him, but if we signed him, I wouldn't necessarily be like thinking we're lit. I think Sesko looks raw. Oh, Simmons was clamped there. Simmons in possession. Keeps it in, but at what cost? Real Madrid's Toni Kroos wins it. I got 60 on Real. I hope they win. I hope they win for your sake then. Chambers was an FM Wonder Kid Quay back. He was, in it. What exactly did Gallas do, DG? I mean, one love for score. I'm sure you scored against Chelsea when we won, but conducted yourself like an absolute pussy. Wore the number 10. Your hair was permed. Just foolishness. What you did at Birmingham's place, I could just never forgive William Gallas. I think he was poisoned. Then you go and look at around the time Gallas was in the French national team. Ain't that when they were failing to get out group stages and that? The man's poisonous. Come do a video on Deluded's channel, get the engagement up, and I'll delete any video I've talked bad on you, mate. Diaby just couldn't stay fit, mate. That was his issue. Leipzig, to be fair, they keep going, but with half an hour left, when do you throw the kitchen sink and try and get something out of it? Because football's a funny old game. They could very well win at the Bernabeu, even though I don't expect them to. But you would imagine if they have any chance of advancing past Real Madrid, they need to take something from their home leg. Absolute waste, man. Threw a tantrum, man. Throwing tantrums every week. Frimpong was dead, but Frimpong's problem is as soon as he come for Arsenal and clamped Nasri, he tried to do the rap thing and thought he was going clear. But big him up, man. Them times our youth players were kind of crap, man. Him, Craig Eastman, big them up. Craig Eastman, Army Bischoff, or whatever his name is, Rio Mayachi and that. These guys were not the truth. Xavi Simmons down this right-hand side. Been a bit quiet. What can he do here? Played from him. Oh, you got, Rom, you got to set up someone from Leipzig. Lunin punches it out. Bang it, Hendricks. Oh, you're not going to make it. That touch was horrible. It's on the edge of Real Madrid's area with Xavi Simmons. Can't force an opening. Pardon me. J. Emmanuel Thomas, dream seller, bossed it in academy days, man. Akpom's done all right for himself. Vela, just not strong enough, in my opinion, in the Prem. Eduardo, injuries collapsed him. But that's when Arsenal were great. What are the chances? Like nowadays, it's not really shocking. But then days there, we're signing a Brazilian that plays for Croatia. It don't make sense. And he's left-footed. We was doing lit things. To be fair, fit Eduardo right now, I'm not going to say he's going to score 20 league goals, but we're doing all right. I'm sure he played for some. Who did he go to? Because I'm sure he scored at the Emirates against us. And big him up for diving against Celtic at the Emirates in the Champions League qualifier, if I remember correctly. 6 more likes until we have 100, folks. Big up you lot, man. Don't know how we got here with the Arsenal chat, but Arsenal talk, conversations, keep them going. I meant Monreal and Sagna were the only decent ones. Monreal, boy, imagine we had him in the squad now. Imagine we had him. Jenkinson just weren't good, bro. William was the worst. The guy was bigger than Wesley Slider, who retired. I'm just angry at Wenger for not winning stuff when we had Ozil and Alexis. Yeah. Yeah, I think I think Wenger should have cut in hindsight. I don't really believe this, but probably should have cut in 2014 when we came back again against Hull. Probably should have cut maybe when I believe this the least, but when we won it the next year, I was at back-to-back Wembley finals against Aston Villa. Probably really, and I don't know what the succession plan or the trajectory of the club, but probably should have kept it moving when we beat Chelsea, where you had Mertesacker, Rob Holding, and Monreal, ironically, as a back three. Valverde, can he keep? I love Valverde. It's a great tackle on him, but he's brave, he's technical, he's experienced. Sesko, come on. That is very good goalkeeping by Lunin off his line early. It looked like Sesko could have been in there. Xavi Simons up against the experienced Toni Kroos. Sends him, really. Oh, you should have taken a tumble. I take Dani Almo off. You're not going to make it. You're not going to make it. You're greedy. You thought you was Wayne Rooney. No, stop looking to the sky. God only helps you if you help yourself. You didn't help yourself. What are you doing? It's great play from Leipzig down this left-hand side. That ball completely took Carvajal and Tchouaméni out the game. Simican has probably thought about striking, realized I'm not built for that. Xavi Simons has done very well to fashion an opening. The initial touch from Dani Almo is great. Again, hit it across the keeper. And if you're going to do what you did, you damn well have to score. You've done neither. You don't even hit the target, mate. I don't care about Leipzig, but come on. Dead. Proper dead. What was that? Horrible. It's all your fault. Sorry, people. Even Giroud to an extent was good for us. Giroud was good. He was just, in my opinion, I do think people look at his time at Arsenal with rose tints and forget about the limitations. But I personally feel at Arsenal, Giroud was misprofiled. There's a reason that obviously France are littered with quality, but there's a reason that despite, I swear he didn't score in a World Cup goal at one point or something and they won the World Cup. He's obviously doing well at AC Milan. He's done well at Chelsea. We took someone that we're still doing the same things we kind of do now, where we take players that are good for the squad and make them first choice regulars. Like what? We sold Van Persie. Well, we sold Van Persie in hindsight. I remember Wenger said, oh, no, Giroud's going to play with him. And he made Giroud the guy. Giroud would have been great as a rotation option. I mean, Giroud's a quality player. But if you're looking at Giroud to score 20 league goals, and I don't know if he's done it, we're in trouble. I call him an enhancer. He makes other players play better. Like, there's a reason, like Mbappe, Dembele, probably all the AC Milan players, Hazard, because you know Giroud's obviously a very good footballer, but his game is based on the neat 1-2s and all of that stuff. The small man that want to run in behind are going to do their thing. Real Madrid are going to get second here. No, they're not. Rodrigo, that's horrible. He's blazed over. And to be fair, the ball into him was terrible. And I thought Real Madrid probably should score. And I don't think Carlo Ancelotti would be good. I hated the signing of Danny Welbeck. I was repulsed about it when it happened. God forgive me, but I've got to be honest. Like, God, please forgive me. But I've never prayed on somebody to fail a medical more than I did him. But I'm not going to lie. Danny Welbeck was a better signing than expected. And he did quite well off the left-hand side. And to be fair, Danny Welbeck in the squad right now, respectfully, probably has more. He's still doing well at Brighton. Arguably, he does more in an Arsenal shirt at this moment than Reece Nelson and Eddie Nketiah. Facilitator, that's the right word. Great commentary, man. This is why I'd rather be here. Hit the like button, people. Appreciate that. We keep working. Wilshere's injuries ruined his career, honestly. Yeah, man. I mean, you still played for England. You won an FA Cup or two. You played for Arsenal. He had a good career, but he bossed Barcelona. He had some great moments, but just a case of what could have been. Like, there was a period Jack Wilshere couldn't even find a contract, and he was scared. When we signed Xhaka and El Nene, I'm sure we signed them in back-to-back windows. I remember his interview saying, I'm going Bournemouth because the gaffer signed more midfielders. And that's when I kind of was like, nah, this can't be my Jack Wilshere. You're scared of El Nene and Xhaka, even though Xhaka's a baller, you're scared of competition. This wasn't the same, man. Mendy, Valverde. This guy's a baller, man. Oh, just curse of the commentator. Sesko nicks it back and then loses it again and then wins it back. Mendy looking drunk and then loses it again. Toni Kroos quietly gone about his business today, Toni Kroos. Speaking of Vela, I watched a mini documentary on him. You know he didn't like football at all and was pretty much forced into it by the family. Well, got them out the hood, didn't it? Made some money. This is what you got to do. And to be fair, you hear that a lot. Like, you know, it feels like the Williams sisters, like, not that they were forced to do it, but like, there's that one way you lot are going into. I just wish we had Alexis at his peak right now. He was ruthless and relentless. I wish we had that first season Alexis Sanchez, but then I also wish we had that false 9 Alexis Sanchez in this squad right now. How lit would it be, man? Be amazing. I remember Rio Miyachi at Feyenoord. He had a good loan there. Feyenoord fans liked him. Where is he now, blood? What was Frimpong's nickname again? Did better on socials than footy. To be fair, big up my guy Frimmy, the guy who does Arsenal content. He's probably putting more good performances than Frimpong, but big up Frimpong for letting Nasri know what we think of him. The Simican brother looks shaky, to be honest. That's hard. He don't look shaky. I don't think he's got enough about him in the final third, but yeah. Vela could score some lovely chips. I just don't think he was strong enough for this Prem thing. Leipzig attempting to switch play. That's a good ball to Simican. Show them. The final ball lacking, as I've been saying. Camavinga picks it up. Valverde and Toni Kroos have quietly gone about their business, and two of them have linked up. You've got Camavinga as Diaz and Vinicius Jr. to his left. What are you doing? That's horrible. He's found Rodrigo, but it's horrible. Vinicius Jr., are you going to strike? He does. He earns a corner, but Carlo Ancelotti can't be happy with the final action. The movements from back to front are superb from Real Madrid. But once they get into the final third, and that pass has to be amazing, that shooting has to be amazing, it's lacking. Carlo can't be happy with that, man. He can't be happy with that. It's very poor. Very, very poor. And to be fair, Leipzig should have taken their chances in the first half. But Real Madrid are letting Leipzig off the hook. Forget Bernabeu hype and all of that. The game should be killed really and truly at this moment. Really and truly. This is the cold. I'm sure this guy was at Villa. This is the coldest goal I've seen today. People, check the link I just said. That is the coldest goal I've seen. Rodrigo could be in here. No, he can't. Leipzig doing their defending. Please check the link I just posted. That is disgusting. That's filth. You got to fight him. If you're a defender and he does that to you, you got to fight him. You have to fight him. He's disrespected you, your family, your last name, and he just looked at you like a victim. No need for that Rabona finish. And the Rabona part is amazing. Bring Fabrice Mwamba back. He's gone big up for me, but Fabrice, but he's gone AWOL, my guy. Like, he just airs the messages and has been like called a couple times. He got aired. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on over there. Big him up. Sure, he's got his own thing, but it's dead in the water, man. We had a great time, man. Not last brother. We had a great time. Big him up, though, man. But you have to get onto him if you want him back. I don't know. Hope I ain't done that. I don't think I have. That goal was filthy, man. Where this is concerned, though, people, we've got 68 minutes on the clock. Apparently, Arda Güler is warming up. Boy. Do we feel like there's another goal in this? I'm a bit pessimistic. He pumped him. Absolutely pumped him. There was no need to pump him like that. Didn't deserve that one bit, but the game's the game. Valverde's just to have fouled the Leipzig, man. Ramsey or Wilshere, Walcott or Martinelli, and Nketiah or Bentner. Nketiah over Bentner. Immediately. For Bentner is shit, man. Like, all this Lord Bentner stuff. Like, no matter how crap Nketiah is, I haven't seen him against Barcelona, clear a shot. An Arsenal shot, a teammate shot off the line. Bentner was dead. Been a baller, bro. I'm sure that's the one was at Villa. I could be wrong. Maybe I'm making all this up. The last name looks familiar. Let me copy and paste. I'm sure that's the one that plays for England. Maybe I'm wrong, but homework begins. Let's see. No, I'm chatting crap. Yeah, he was at Villa. See? I know this thing. Well, Villa sold him. Fair enough. But yeah, you do things like that, you won't be in the championship for long. Dani Olmo tries to deliver. Lunin, who's done that a couple of times, collects. Took hella souls for that goal, man. Hella dirty. FM knowledge is showing. Nah, I'm sure you've played for England. He's played for England at under 19s level. Has he got a brother as well? I've just seen him play. The name. I used to, my football knowledge of random players used to be a lot better. I used to sit online all day and read every academy player's name, learn all about them. I haven't had much time. Leipzig attacking again. Dani Olmo. I come off the pitch, man. Like, the shots hit the target, but come on, man. I don't know what movies you've been selling yourself, but it's not good enough. Simican wins the ball, but he's lost it now. Diaz. It's free. Okay, it's 3-2. Diaz, can he pick out that pass? Vinicius Jr. Aye! It's hit the post, Diaz. Oh, he wanted too long. Brother, Real Madrid, what's going on in the final third? Yeah, I knew he had a younger, see? Their parents are lit. We had some stinkers. Bentner was crap. Bentner was like a fat girl that thinks she's Beyonce. Like, he actually, that's what annoys me. Like, that's why I in a weird way, I didn't like Werner at Chelsea or Havertz necessarily at this moment in time, but they know they're dead. Like, they know they're dead. Bentner thinks he's messed. Like, Bentner genuinely thought it was good. Big up Adebayor for almost thumping him up when we did get battered against Spurs. That was a school night for me. I'm sure we lost 5-1 one year to Spurs in the Carling Cup. Horrible. Bentner, you know. And that's really when the younger fans started being cringy, Lord Bentner and all this. Like, great strength from Carvajal there. Goal kick to Real Madrid. Yeah, man, horrible. Believe it. You have to believe your own hype. You have to. And obviously, when we did the video with Mwamba a few years ago, did he not say, or months ago, whenever, did he not say like Bentner was a sound guy to be out raving and that with? But maybe, man, there's nothing wrong with believing in yourself. But I just think Bentner's ego was enhanced because you're a crap player playing for Arsenal, earning a lot of money as well. I think he even said that in an interview recently. I think he even fell out with his dad. Bentner or Shamak. Because Shamak was shit as well, like Shamak, but they're both crap. Rather false nine or play academy youngsters or something, man. Try something else. Man said Shamak just for the haircut. Shamak sold dreams for a while, man. He sold dreams in preseason. Emirates Cup, he looked lit. Then he revealed himself. I mean, the fact that in theory, if you discount the Bernabeu factor and all of that, I do think it will feel like a kick in the teeth to Leipzig. But I guess a 1-0 defeat isn't the worst. But you probably have to approach the second leg more than how you're approaching it now. And I still think there's time for Leipzig to get something. But both teams have been poor in the final third, if I'm honest, by their own standards, based on what I've seen from Leipzig with the half chances, definitely from what them Real Madrid players are. But Diaz made the difference. How can a man make that face at the sound of the bro? Shamak. Bro, it's meaty, man. Speaking of one-hit wonders, Yaya Sanogo. Big up Yaya Sanogo for the FA Cup semi-finals. Original dream seller as well. Openda tried to go for the movie shot. Doesn't bang. And another waste. Do you think Real Madrid can win with this style, counter and transition attack? City would dominate Leipzig. Arsenal the same, I think. Yeah, I think he can. Because I think Real Madrid are extremely street smart. Probably, they probably need their players fit. Danny Almo, I take him off. Leipzig, Marco Reus, come on. Almo don't want to play. You're a quality player. You don't want to play. Ref, if this was Football Manager, you would have been hooked. You're acting. And it looks like there's 3 subs for Leipzig. I bet you. Danny Almo, you're a lucky boy if you're still on this pitch. 3 subs. I promise you coming off. Paulson's coming on for Openda. I mean, he worked the channels. He's a very industrious one. Marco Reus is defo listening to this live stream. Almas is coming on for a technical-based footballer as well. Because at Napoli, he's coming on for Danny Almo. See? Come off, Almo, man. You're not going to make it. Walcott would be decent today as a winger. Yeah, you asked me a couple of other... Someone asked Walcott or Martinelli. But, I do think Walcott, people move like he was crap. Ramsey or Wilshere. It's hard not to pick the man who scored, had so many decisive goals. But, hey, Lembias, Jack Wilshere. Kick the bottle. Amen. Big up Top Blue. He's always here. Appreciate you in the cup. 3 subs for Leipzig. Can they salvage something? They have a throw in here with Simikan. Who's he going to throw it to? Finds an incoming sub. Simikan. It's a good knock. To be fair, what's your name, man? Scalaga. He's been good. Oh, Camavinga's fouled. Baited him into getting a yellow card. Oh, you just come on off the bench, so the ref's allowing you, but you was baited to make that foul. Very good from Camavinga there. Very good from Camavinga. Big up you lot, speaking of very good. 5 more likes, and we've hit 100 people. We're almost there. Big up to everyone who has. Camavinga. goes home to Nacho, and he's actually tackled there. This is what Paulson will give you. He's aggressive. He's a bit of a where he lacks in what I would say eye-catching professional technical level. He makes up for it by being essentially a bit of a workhorse and very industrious. Hasn't been on the pitch too long. He's actually been booked now. I wonder if Marco Reus was thinking I could have signed him. I could have started him. Apologies. Not a clue. DJ, how much would Henry go for in this current market? 200 million, 300 million. Come on, amigos. Bang 5 more likes for DG. Santi or Odegaard? Santi Cazorla. Big up Odegaard, but Santi Cazorla. Come on now. Santi Cazorla. If we're talking Emirates 11, Santi's in there. Santi's in there. I don't know on the formation and things. I would probably go 4-2-3-1. Sagna right back. I'll probably say Saliba and Gabriel centre half. You know, I'm probably missing someone out, but I'll probably say them. Left back, Monreal. It's two, you know, not the craziest of fullbacks we've seen, but I think Sagna and Monreal, that'd be good. Saliba and whatnot. In goal, you know what, unpopular. Emi Martinez for that campaign he had. Emi Martinez. Could say Ramsdale, but Emi Martinez. Central midfield, Cesc Fabregas, Mesut Ozil, and Santi Cazorla. Nasri, Ramsey, one love. Left wing, Alexis Sanchez. Right wing, Bukayo Saka. Oh, in fact. Yeah, left wing, Bukayo. Right wing, Bukayo Saka. Left-hand side, Alexis Sanchez. Aubameyang through the middle. That would move crazy. Odegaard on the bench. Ramsey on the bench in case we need a match winner. He could be our Scott McTominay. Camavinga, Mendy, Toni Kroos. Camavinga, Mendy. Keep ball session. Mendy, Camavinga, French linker. Oh, ref. Surely a foul there. Real Madrid still have possession. No, they don't. Paulson, Sesko. Pardon me, what can Leipzig do here? Valverde can't win it. Xavi Simons, what can he do? That's a good ball. Bro, who is in the box? It's gone out for a goal kick. Who is in the box? Midfield getting ran through like the block jersey is crazy. You didn't mention left back. I said Monreal, bro. But if I didn't, you know what? For the culture, Ramsdale in goal, Saliba, Gabriel centre backs, Monreal left back. I think I said Sagna right back, Santi, Cesc, Ozil in the midfield, Alexis on the left, Saka on the right, Aubameyang through the middle. Aubameyang got violated by him. He violated himself, man. Didn't behave with Mikel Arteta. That's what's going to happen, isn't it? Really, obviously, there's 3 sides to every story. There's what Aubameyang's got to say. There's what Arteta's got to say, which Arteta controls the narrative because he's the manager. And then there's the actual story of what happened. Surely Mendy's got to be booked for that time wasting there. Came a long way from begging Koscielny to stay at 35. Yeah, man. I would have to go with Ramsey over Wilshere, 2 FA Cup winning goals. Ramsey's amazing, but Wilshere better than him, man. At playing football, Wilshere better than him, man. Simican, he's poor in the final third. That's the only thing he lacks. The crossing is horrible. It's a goal kick. So I'll make this a team on FIFA. Top 5 Arsenal players right now. For me, good question. Top 5. What are we basing it on? Currently or in general? Right now, Odegaard, easy. Declan Rice. Odegaard, Declan Rice. Gabriel. But he's kind of linked up with Saliba. Trossard at the moment. Trossard. Benjamin White. Based on these 2 games, Benjamin White, I think he's been, this return to form. Odegaard, Rice, Saliba, Saka, Gabriel. That's a good debate, you know, the Emirates 11. There's a couple of people that it depends. I just want to see good football. And Cesc, Ozil, Santi were cooking. Aubameyang, Alexis, Saka were aggressive. Lunin's had to make a save. Again, Leipzig have banged on the door. I just think that'll be lit. I think Saliba and Gabriel, on reflection, I think both of them are better than Koscielny's ever been. Though not to even sleep on Koscielny. I think Sagna was a good serviceman. I think Monreal was as well. Obviously, I reckon Timber could get into that if he was fit. But I just think we're fairly solid with Monreal and Sagna out there. Diaz skips past a couple of white shirts again. Oh, he's just giving it away. I can't lie, Diaz. If Sesko scores, Sesko is drawing a good save from Lunin. What the hell is... I mean, Diaz, even if you're injured, bro, you can't just stop, bro. What was that? I think he's pulled his hamstring. What the hell's that? He just stopped. He's invited pressure. Leipzig have just split Real Madrid's defense open. To be fair, I think Sesko needs to show a lot more calmness and composure there. But yeah. And it seems like this has provided a bust-up, really and truly, between the Real Madrid players and the Leipzig players. What do you expect them to do? The ref didn't say anything. If it's a boxing match, you know, keep hitting your opponent until the ref says, like, stop. I used to love Rosicky. Half the players I used to love can't stay fit. Why not Layman over Emmy and Ramsdale, though, broski? Well, because in the Emirates stage of Layman, he was falling off, man. I'm sure he made back-to-back errors against Blackburn or something like that. He was falling off. I don't think we've been blessed with goalkeepers. You know, Chesney had his issues. Emmy Martinez, they weren't a big case study, but I think when he did kind of get his integration in team, he did all right. I think Ramsdale's probably been very sturdy. Why is Tony Kroos moving mad? Tony Kroos is rattled. Why is he picking on number 8? What do you want him to do, bro? Marco Reus and Nacho Vex. What do you want them to do? Someone make the foul. So, yeah. We got Ramsdale, Monreal, Sagna, Saliba, Gabriel, Cess, Ozil, Santi. Oh, Team DG. Yeah. I was thinking, that's a good day. Good thinking. Have you seen the guy who's named 79 players better than Enzo? That's harsh. 79 players is a bit of a reach. I'm not sure on what this means for Diaz, but considering the injuries and people missing already from Madrid, can we at least see Arda Güler? What happened to him? It seemed like he skipped past a couple of players. It don't look like there was anything significant there, essentially, in him. That's probably where you got to worry. Pardon me. Sagna, Gabriel, Saliba, Monreal, Ozil, Santi, Cess, Saka, Walcott, Omri, Sanchez can bugger off. He snaked it. I mean, Walcott can sit on my bench, but I don't think there's a strongest 11 of Arsenal players that we've seen in attacking third and Walcott's in them. I'm not even buying them. It's just there's levels. Vasquez has come on. Why are Real Madrid players complaining they did not stop for Leipzig first half? You're right. You're absolutely right in that regard. Man said keep Cell bench between Saliba, Rice, Saka, or keep Saka bench, Rice. I think Saliba's going Real Madrid anyways one day, so I'll sell Saliba in it, but none. I hear that, Ben. At least you know there's a bias there. I like Walcott. Walcott would have been good for my team. Walcott on the bench, Ramsey on the bench. Sesko jumps, he can't get there. It's falling to. Aye! That's a good effort from Leipzig's number 8. It's a good save by Lunin. Probably one of the, and it's from range as well, the half volley. Probably one of the better opportunities Leipzig have taken. I mean, I think that was Walcott's biggest problem. Every second, I want to be a striker now. I want to be a right winger. I'm a striker. And I think what didn't help Theo Walcott is he signed him at 16, 17. He's gone from Southampton to Arsenal. Spenyon Eriksson calling him to the World Cup. You know, I just think Walcott, and that's what I mean by this could have been Walcott's career, and he had a steady career. But they placed him as this wonder kid that he's never going to be. Yeah, I think Madrid will be sniffing around Big Gabby and Saliba this summer. Boy, Vinicius Jr. has been given a yellow card. I think he's been hit as well with a cup by the fans. You don't want to see that. 6 minutes left. 1-1 is incoming. I mean, on the balance of things, it would probably be the most fair result, but life isn't always fair. Lunin ain't a bad keeper. You got 100 likes. Appreciative to you lot who did such. Yellow cards to Sesko. Theo a solid 7 out of 10 player, not elite levels, though I'm here with that. Walcott was always a thingy for me. Walcott scored some clutch goals for us, man. Well, I think that's harsh. He's kicked Tchouaméni in the face. I guess reckless play. But he hasn't got eyes on Tchouaméni. He just tried to do he's tried to score a bicycle kick, got nowhere near it, and Tchouaméni's just been caught. Not a bad keeper at all. That's a yellow card for Sesko. I mean, Leipzig already know they're going to be without Simikan for the clash at the Bernabeu. So, bye. It's peak. And that's why Vinicius got a yellow card because he just went to F off from the corner. Dark cards. Vinicius Jr. in possession. What can he do here? Disarmed for the ball. This guy, Scarlaga, whatever. I like you, you know. You just calmly gone about your business. The pass was dead, but that's probably the worst thing you've done. Tchouameni's foul. That's such a stupid foul to make. Why? Why would you do that? Elmas or Arjmas, whatever. Why? That was so stupid. You weren't even discreet. What Sesko saying this game, missed a couple of chances, had a goal probably incorrectly disallowed. I think he's done all right in terms of his hold-up playing ability to work the channels. Excluding that, you can see there's a lot of rawness within his game. 4 minutes left, folks. Pardon me. Still 1-1. Boy. Will there be late drama? I don't know. Still 2-1 versus Copenhagen. Partey or Diaby? Partey, man. Big up Diaby, baller, but come on, man. Diaby was it's a shame, man. It's a shame. Big up Diaby for dealing with Joey Barton, though, man. But it's a big shame with Diaby, man. I'd say Diaby, Jack Wilshere, easily the players that I think we've been robbed at the Emirates because of their injuries. Slightly, maybe Eduardo as well, because you just never know how good he would have been before that. But we all know with Jack Wilshere and that. Wonder what the best Arsenal injured 11 would be. Really have to. That's one I couldn't do off the top of my head. Camavinga, Vinicius Jr. A second goal would be a kick in the teeth. Poor pass from Vinicius Jr. Vasquez up against Xavi Simons. I can't lie, I do like Simons, man. Ain't been amazing today, and the Sly lost the ball there as well. But he's had a good game. Another man down for Leipzig. Real Madrid aren't putting that out. Xavi Simons, that first touch was horrible. Ramsey had 1-2 injuries as well. Rosicky would be in there. Van Persie would be in there. Because what he gave us 1-2 great seasons injury-free and done what he did for United. But, you know, his whole career at Arsenal for a point was injuries with Van Persie. He'd slightly be in there. Goalie, I don't know. We just have to look at what goalies had the most injuries at the carpet. Leipzig have acquitted themselves well, man. But ultimately, ain't done what they need to do. Vermaelen probably in there. Clichy, I must admit, I can't remember him around. I can't remember ever attaching injuries to him, maybe, but I can't recall Clichy having mad injuries like that. I think Partey never had issue fitness-wise until he came Arsenal. London lifestyle, man. London got better gal than Spain, clearly. Allegedly. Vasquez plays a 1-2 with Carvajal. Carvajal delivers. It's horrible, man. Both teams been horrible in the final third today. 1-0 or 1-1 each way, just about right. How many Dutch players did Arsenal have in its history? Probably a lot off the top of my head. Timber, obviously I'm cheating. Van Persie, Dennis Bergkamp. Real Madrid elite time wasting. Quincy Owusu-Abe. I'm trying to think, man. There's definitely more. Dutch. Come on, DG, man. Nasir Barazai. Dutch. Free kick's been taken quickly by Leipzig. It's been delivered. Is there going to be an equalizer? Nacho says no. Movie settings from their number 8 of Leipzig. Horrible. Not as good as his first time volley on his right foot. Overmars. Van Bronckhorst. Yeah, Van Bronckhorst. Another substitute for Leipzig. I mean, little man minutes, really and truly. Scarlaga is coming off. Good player, man. Number 24. I think I've exhausted my options. I feel like I'm missing someone. But Marlon's from Belgium. I think that's it. I said Broncos. Seedorf didn't play for no Arsenal. Glenn Howard, defo before my time, bro. Defo before my time. Kevin De Bruyne has that Hazard belly. I hear it. London too quick for a 43-year-old man. He's that uncle trying to just chirps everything in sight, man. With his sandals and dry feet and that. Big up Partey though, man. So I said Van Persie. Barazite, haven't heard that name in years. There's definitely another striker, you know. There's definitely next one. Seedorf, absolute baller. Man said Glenn Helder, you know, that was history lesson settings for me. I want that Sesko done. So yeah, I think surely between all of us in this chat, surely 4 minutes have added on time, by the way. I think surely between all of us in this chat, we've said every Dutch player to play for Arsenal. Let me look. Every Dutch player to play for Arsenal. 3 minutes left added on time, people. Foreign players from the Netherlands. Blood clot. You see, I boarded 95. Yeah, but I said Glenn Helder and Kaiser and that. But I don't know about that. Like, I don't know about that. So big up the OGs in the chat. That's I never heard that name again ever. But I need to do more history lessons. But we had Timber. I said Barazite. You had Timber, Barazite, Robin Van Persie, Giovanni Van Bronckhorst, Mark Overmars, Dennis Bergkamp, Glenn Helder, I believe, Kaiser, Gerrit Kaiser, a goalkeeper. And I mean, this website is including him, but Salah Adine, like the young keeper, I mean the young player in central midfield, that's dead. Like we're not gonna count that one. That one's a bit, yeah. Daniel Marlon, yeah, Marlon, technically. But did he actually play for Arsenal at first team level? Was it academy settings? Vinicius Jr., can he get a second in the sucker punch? Nope. It will be a corner for Real Madrid with 2 minutes on. Copenhagen atmosphere is top notch, as it should be. Boy. Let's go with... All right, we've done every Dutch player. Every German player to play for Arsenal then. Podolski, Mustafi, Ozil. What's my man's name, man? Armory Briskov or something like that. Him. German. Mertesacker, of course. Kai Havertz, but speaking of Germany, is a lovely ball from Tony Kroos. German. We should have quiz night or something, man, on the channel. German players play for Arsenal. I said Mustafi, right? Lehman, of course. Serge Gnabry, Leno, yeah, they all coming to mind now. Hey, man said Moritz Volts. Didn't you go Fulham or something after? Thomas Elsfield, when we were signing crap young players. Hey, to be fair, the German contingent is very strong. Alberto Mendes and Stefan Moz, that's for the OGs there, man. Like, I'm not getting them ones. Half a minute left, people. Lehman, Mertesacker, Ozil, Podolski, Ozil, Mertesacker, BFG, Mustafi, Lehman. Podolski's Polish. Oh, Polish descent, but he played for Germany, lad. Every French player, impressive list. We'll be there all day, but Thierry Henry, Wiltord, Perez, Saliba, Sagna, Clichy, Gallas, unfortunately. Oh, Camavinga's ball to Vasquez. Hosselu, sorry. Terrible. And that should be the last kick of the game. French. What other French ones? This is good off the top of your head. It's very like French. Lacazette. That's the end of the game, people. Lacazette. French. Can you claim Aubameyang? I swear technically he was born in France. I know he plays for Gabon at international level. I'm acting. French. Sanogo. Someone just said that as well. Scalacci, unfortunately. This is actually quite good. You know, off the top of your head, it's very difficult. Arsenal players. No, all French players who played for Arsenal. I feel Wiltord. I don't know if I said that. Matteo Guendouzi. He's come to head. Debussy. Now let's see the list. Hey, how could Coquelin, Giroud, Koscielny, Lassana Diarra, Mikel Sylvester, Nasri, Diaby, Pascal Silgan, Ali Adier, Guilherme Warmos, before my time. Flamini, oh my gosh. We said Perez. Petit. David Gordon, again. That's one for the OGs in the chat. Fair enough. All right, I got one. Who is the only player to score in the Merseyside derby, the Manchester derby, and El Clasico? I saw a video on this. I'm cheating, so I already know the answer. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Michael Owen. Man said this, Remy God. Oi, serious name. Anelka. Oh, blood. Remy God. Oh, let's see. We should do this next time, man. This is lit. This is lit. This is lit. Big up Jay, because he's the one who got he's the brains behind that. We all just started doing that, really. Big up you lot taking part, man. This is why I love the watch-alongs. We're doing some quiz right now. We was talking about football. We was touched on heartbreak. We spoke on, obviously, the Champions League. It's lit. It's lit. These rub names. Don't worry, you're getting there. Owen, don't try it. Bear of you are saying Owen now. Allow it. Allow it. Nobody said it when I was doing the 10 seconds. And plus, I knew the answer. We should have done a quiz giveaway. But on a serious note, people, the first game in the Champions League this week, or that we are doing a watch-along for, is done. Obviously, appreciative to you lot tuned in. And right on time, Thomas said, what about Merseyside, Glasgow, and Manny DG? Manchester. Graham, you're going to have to say, I give up then. Merseyside, nah, you're going to, it's a Scottish player. Oh, fuck. Nah, bro, tell us the answer. I give up. I don't know where I'm going to start, man. That's why we're here, DG. Come on. How are we supposed to do it in 10 seconds? That's what makes it fun, man. If you got the answer, you got the answer, bro. The list is ridiculous. But yeah, tomorrow we're watching PSG Sociedad, people, where it'll probably be a very close game, really. Zuba Mendy's in the thumbnail because we want him at Arsenal as he's killing Mbappe. Even if you're not going to be there, please hit the like button, folks. What? Bellamy, that's a shout. Bellamy. Shit. Cancel, bro. Sounded like someone I need to watch on Premier League years, man. You're showing your age there, mate. You don't need to stunt on us, you know. I'm only 28. Well, 29 in April, man. April 13th, write that down. But on a serious note, big up you lot, people. It's appreciative of you lot being tuned in. We go again tomorrow, man. Appreciate you lot's talking points, engagement. Big up the silent listeners. Big up you lot who was keeping us updated with the scores. See you lot tomorrow, man. Peace.
Against this right back, Charlie.
There's always that active red flag. Defenders, I think, like